Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Time is running out to lock up a spot in the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series playoff.
After the craziness that was yesterday, so many things happening yesterday, move to today. Three races to go. 3 races to go, and only a couple of spots remain.
Low and slow, stacked high with turkey and ham, and that slaw crunch, get out of here. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta try this stuff.
Change is always happening.
I mean, the possibility of us having more than one winner over these next 3 weeks.
We want to do our part.
I mean, I don't expect it happening at Richmond, but,
Five-year price guarantee on our
or really for that matter. Well, I mean, Daytona has had
You get 5 years of the most
a couple
reliable
of
Wi-Fi, with our
winning
price
your ends, but
included, for a price that stays exactly the same.
This is where it happened. People still come up to me and talk about it. When you're in it, you're not thinking of the stories they tell. Just get yourself in the right position. You never know.
I gotta finish folding some clothes, so I'm not gonna be on here to talk yet. So we're gonna have a lot to talk about, I think. So after all that happened yesterday, and again, three races left until that's okay, Ham. I know your judgment's clouded from yesterday because you're so much in the Cowboys at bat, so okay. That's okay. You're in the delusion of the Cowboys bet, so I can understand why your mind's not thinking clearly as far as yesterday goes, but it's understandable. Having your favorite driver on a win the street will definitely do that to
It's
you.
back to school at Target.
My Wingstop is here. 20 delicious wings, sauced and tossed in mango habanero OG hot, plus ranch. Of course,
Some
gotta
always
protect
miss a side.
the stash. Wingstop is here.
Just down the road from the old Seneca Lodge, nestled between sparkling lakes and pristine waterfalls, sits Watkins Glen. Since 1948, this historic circuit has crushed egos, broken hearts.
I know one thing, they gotta go and find out what actually went on with that though, because if you're
Everything you've got and heaps more.
he couldn't have been wearing safety stuff. There's no way he could have.
4 heartbreaks, epic battles and raise at their marks.
Something had been missing there because he hit a safer barrier. Plus, if he was wearing all the safety stuff he was supposed to,
Logan is a street fighter, a road course rebel, aiming to win his
I don't see
fourth
how
straight non-oval event.
that could result in a fatality. There's got to be something more to it. And I was telling them last night in the Discord when I was hanging out with them that
And a relentless pace.
we're hanging out with the usual bunch that I do.
The most demanding
But there's got to be
races of
something
the
more to
season
that.
are next.
How cool is that? Yeah, I know. Yeah, here's Boise here.
Now, if that's the case, John, okay,
Just how good he was.
if that's accurate,
Just shows how wild
that's what
races
happened to
here
Dean
can be.
Roper.
He had one of the most crazy races
Tony
here
Roper's dad.
at Watkins Glen with Brad Keselowski. Before we get the engines cranked, let's go to pit road and Dave.
Also, what happened to Bobby Isaac, too. Bobby Isaac died of a heart attack.
About a qualifying incident that produced a pit lane
Got out of the race car, not feeling well.
champion driver. Brad told me that
Ended up having a heart attack and passing away. So, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. If there was something else, that makes a whole heck of a lot more sense.
Brad, did that meeting have anything? Did you deliver your message to Carson? Did he get it? And Brad said, well, probably not, but I'm over it. We raced today. Let's go to Kim for the 77 side.
Yeah, Dave, a lot of finger pointing because from the 77 team's perspective, they said hands down, Keselowski impeded their qualifying lap first. I talked with crew chief Luke Lambert, who told me what Carson did was not even close to what the six did to us during qualifying. Luke also said, look, we've made our share of mistakes, but this was not our mistake. And in terms of the
Apparently
change,
some sort of
we couldn't
disagreement.
hear anything 'cause Brad still had his helmet on. We'll see if this spills over into
Yeah,
the
no,
race.
I seen what you posted, Bubble. Plus, we were updated last night on it, so.
If you were mentoring him, what would your
I just want to know how you can break your collarbone
you don't
that
have
way,
to worry
though.
about the driving aspect.
Because it didn't seem like to me like he landed on his collarbone, that he landed on his head, so.
You don't have to worry
He's
about
lucky he
some of
didn't
these things, and there's no
get any
reason to make somebody like Brad Keselowski mad over
head
something
injury
that's
off
small.
there.
So maybe back it down a little bit if your car.
I don't know how he could have busted his collarbone when he went down.
Take a little bit of the edge off outside. All right, will there be a new winner today like Carson, hosts of our Time to Find Out? Let's get the engines cranked here in Watkins Glen.
Probably one of the strangest victory lane things I've ever seen.
Give a big NASCAR welcome to Michael Shearer.
Hell, I've been watching for 25 years, so, you know.
Today they are
One
here
of the
to see the
strangest
most
ones I've
famous
ever
sports
seen.
and motorsports. Take it away. Driver, start your engine!
Hey, Norm Duke. Who do you think is giving this command? I am! Make it a little lighthearted, yeah. Norm Duke, that's the first thing I think of is who do you think you are? I am! Who do you think is giving this command? I am!
Try and command this single fastest racing line. So don't stop in the bus stop. Take the express and get
I
out.
try to keep it a little lighthearted after
It'll be amazing for
some of the
lap
heavy
time,
stuff from
but
yesterday, you know.
It can ruin your lap time. It can ruin your day. It can ruin your playoff chances. The green flag from Watkins Glen is next. It can ruin your car. Ruin that Monday meeting.
Who do you think I am? That'd be like one of my favorite sports sound bites, too.
Good night.
I got us a cheese board.
Oh, thank you. Huh.
That did look bigger in the store.
Oh, remember that place we got burritos from last time?
No, but with Ring, I can find it.
Pretty? Nice.
There it is.
Wow, this really makes me look smart.
Introducing Smart Video Search. With Ring, you can
Well,
type in
Bumble, it's not necessarily how he fell. It's,
Drop the burritos!
For me, it's the fact that he landed on his head, but I'm just curious how he broke his collarbone from the way he fell, like the way he landed.
Others do not. Find
I mean,
exactly
hell,
what
he
you
breaks
want.
something, he breaks something. Hell, my mother basically shattered her ankle trying to get up from the floor once. So, yeah. I know about strange injuries. I'll get to that in a second, John. Let me finish folding these towels and I'll sit down. And I watched both videos on them and had a pretty good discussion last night with my bros on Discord. So I will give my thoughts on both incidents from yesterday.
It's just one of the reasons Forbes ranked Subaru the #1 automotive brand for social impact.
Oh yeah,
Subaru. more than a
Zillage thing, though, yeah, for sure.
Any questions?
It's unfortunate.
How did you become the Capital One Bank guy?
You just hope that when he comes back without any lasting effects, you know?
How do I get your job?
Hard work, dedication.
The Capital One Bank.
Be like, hey, well, I say this to somebody who's never broken a bone,
What's been the highlight of your career?
but
And that happened to the bank guy.
I know it's not easy coming back from a broken bone, so, let alone a
In the
collarbone.
Hall of Fame.
Didn't you live in space? What's in your wallet?
So, hope Zillage doesn't lose the ability he has. He's definitely probably one of the brightest talents we've seen in a long time. Definitely got a good future in racing if he keeps at it. So yeah, I just hope he doesn't have any lasting effects from yesterday that affect his ability in the race car, I should say.
It's that time of the year again. Yes, we're back at the Glen. If you're looking for a colossal event with an awesome atmosphere, this is it. As NBC Sports on USA welcomes you to the NASCAR Cup Series from Watkins Glen, it's Go Bowling at the Glen. And it is a beautiful day.
Well, it just would mean more recovery time, which unfortunately I think would kill any chance he has at going for the title this year, but
He's already beat him once. He sat on the pole in qualifying, but do not count out Chase Briscoe. Of everybody on the racetrack, he's been the fastest driver over the last couple months.
Okay, just 3 to go until we get to the playoffs.
all right.
Who's on the
So
there when you look at the points?
Well, let's look at the RFK battle.
before we get to today, and we look at that run in this, let's talk about yesterday. Let's talk about yesterday and the two incidents from yesterday, having watched it myself. The first one, SVG versus Zillage yesterday. That to me, when I watched the video, because what I like is NASCAR posted the longer video of it, which I like on that, because SVG was blocking the hell out of him. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. He was blocking the absolute living shit out of him. Pardon my language. But my comment when I saw it was, oh, hey, this is Joey versus Ken's at the Kansas. When you block that aggressively, you open the door for shit to happen. And that's kind of what happened. Shane ran him wide. Shane ran him wide. Connor ran wide. He went to try to get back on the track, but Shane did not give him the room to get back on the track. He stayed against trying to keep him pinned. Now, whether Shane intended to keep him from getting on track, or whether he was trying to give room to Hill, who was to his left, he kept him pinned. So there wasn't... Zillage had two options. It was either back off, which, tell a race car driver to back off, good luck there, or try to see if he could beat Shane to that corner, and that's what he tried to do. And they made contact. Honestly, it's no different than when Brad and Truex got together off that same last corner a couple years ago here. So if you ask me, I think it was kind of no harm, no foul. I think it was just a race of deal, and it was you know, Shane was blocked, tried to keep behind him, and Zoe was just trying to get around because he had a quicker car. I don't really. I'm kind of soft because initially I wanted to blame Shane's aggressive blocking, but now that I look more on it, I think it was just the two of them were it's just racing. It happens. What concerned me though more was the fact that as hard a hit as Shane took, though. I mean, that was kind of bad for the speed there. It must have been carrying the speed they were carrying here too. Now let me get to the other one, because the other one is the one that I know is probably, I think, the more hotbed one, and that is McDowell and McDowell and Hill. The incident itself, I don't think Hill intended to wreck him. They made contact, they wrecked it. You know, he was trying to. And when I saw it, the first thing I thought of was Junior and Vickers at Daytona in '09. Hill was trying to get back on the racetrack. Probably didn't know he was completely he wasn't clear of McDowell, and they hooked. But I will say, when you take into account what happened 2 weeks ago, and you take in Hill's past history, it's no wonder so many people leapt on him immediately after it happened. His reputation is not the greatest right now. If Hill were smart, which debatable, if he were smart, he would try to avoid incidents like that so the reputation doesn't follow him. The problem is his reputation follows him. He's had more than one notable incident. He screwed his own teammate and himself out of making the playoffs one year. You know, that's the thing. Your payback may be coming, but you know they're going to pay the price for it if they pay him back, as we've already seen. But you're not wrong, Bumble. Eventually somebody's gonna be I'm not taking this anymore, and they're gonna give it back to Hill the way he's been giving it, and it ain't gonna be pretty.
Toyota GR Supra as it heads the pack, and we get closer and closer to the green flag being dropped. As you know, in the lead up to the green flag.
So yeah, while I don't think yesterday's incident was intentional, the way Hill has driven people, including yesterday, it's no wonder he's catching so much flack today. Even if yesterday wasn't intentional. It reminds me a lot of when Kyle Busch in his early career, even Kurt. Their early careers, how everybody wanted to leap down their throat for incidents before even seeing more of the incident. But that's what happens. That's what happens when your reputation is built that like that. So
not so bad for the drivers, but if you get a tire kind of gets rolling away from your team, it can absolutely go down that downhill pit road. Jeff, we talk a lot about the track. It's the Watkins Glen.
So moving on to today, 3 races to go. Only 3 spots actually left on points. Of course, I'm shocked. My boy on pole didn't think we'd be on pole, but hell, I'll take a pole. But again, like any road course we've seen this year, it's the strategy is you have to pit before the end of the stages, and then pit as soon as your window opens in that last stint.
The problem is you get to turn 1 and now you're not in the preferred lane. It's going to be interesting to see what lane drivers
Well, hey, Bumble, I'm not saying I wouldn't want to see him win today. It's just I don't know because Blaney only has the 1 road course win in the Cup Series, the very first Roval race. So I don't know. I mean,
said because what we're starting today, 17th, pretty deep in the field.
Again, I don't know looking at the averages because I didn't look at practice speeds. I'm curious to see how the practice stuff looked, but thanks, Cody.
That's my plan as of now, but I think the plan for everyone, Kim, is going to change all day long.
Well, Marty, Chase Briscoe is on a bit of a heater with 3 runner-up finishes in the last 4 races, and at first glance, that might seem like a good thing. But race teams, well, they're always looking for more. And for this 19 team, they told me the only second place finish they're happy with is when they finish runner-up to SVG at Sonoma. Otherwise, those second place finishes they view as missed opportunities. Crew Chief James Small told me playoff points are a
We'll see.
The best way to bank those is to win races. Dave, they firmly
It's Watkins Glen, and I don't. Nobody wants to see incidents happen here because of
The coolest thing is I get to race around him. I'm usually way far behind him. I'm going to watch what he does and see what he does. That is, if I give him the lead.
And the real question today, too, is can SVG continue the streak? Mexico. Mexico, Chicago. Sonoma. Can he make it 4? All right. Going green and Watkins Glen. Damn, Shane right at the get-go. No 3 wide yet. Somebody looking back there, though. Suarez. I think it was looking 3 wide on Priest and Elliott. I did see that. What did they put the start zone like right before the last corner, or is it in the last corner? I see where they accelerated, but I'm not sure is that where the zone is. I'll have to see it when they come around, but.
You could shortcut would be the bus stop. Now into turn 6, the left-hander. Everyone kind of matched, you know, minding their P's and Q's.
AJ looking inside Bubba. Bell looking on Bowman.
Now we have a battle right here.
Hocevar and Bush.
This will be interesting heading down to turn 1. Hocevar's got the inside line. William Byron behind. Hocevar tucks in.
1 lap through. Well, the I kind of got interrupted because of the start of the race start. The race start, what it did, but what I was going to get ready to say was, I know nobody wants to see it, especially after what we saw yesterday. But you know, Watkins Glen has been known for hard hits over the years, hard hits and bad wrecks. So hopefully we don't see one today, but we got to keep in mind that it's a possibility because of this track. And honestly, I think this is the one road course that we run on all year that has the highest speeds, too, is Watkins Glen.
Taken out in a lap 1 multi-car incident. We had to be held back to the garage area and didn't even stand a chance. Now he leads this race a year on.
Yeah, that wreck with Blaney actually is what changed the damaged vehicle policy because they had very little damage to the exterior of his car, but it broke the steering, which forced a retirement. In today's race, that would allow him to make mechanical changes and come back out of the race, although being laps down.
Let's ride along with SVG. Coming to the start-finish line. Watch the
Said I think it's here for the Cup Series.
That's really a visual indicator for the drivers to know when to start braking. Use all of the curve in turn 1, accelerate it. Look at the racetrack they use. All the way off the racetrack. Why? That sets you up to start the S's. That allows you to run straight up here, and that makes this corner much easier. Don't use all the racetrack and really hurt
where I
your
want it.
opportunity to carry all the speed down the back straightaway, well over 160 miles an hour already. Heavy braking zone, again, good braking marks. This right here is where SVG is so fast. He carries so much speed into the S's. Look how
They retired the car. Well, they pulled the car out because of Zilich's injury. They pulled the entry because of Zilich's injury yesterday.
Corner, that's a little bit more comfortable for the older guys. And the older guys have been running here forever. Now we have a 90-degree left-hander. This has changed dramatically with the runoff to the right. Neither driver going to use it too much, but you can race now side by side. We actually saw SVG.
Again, pretty much the strategy today is what I assume is we're not going to see them. You're probably going to see them pit before the stage, although we could see a little bit of what we've seen in a couple of road courses already this year. People actually go further than the stage and then pit, which we have seen that. So.
So hard to complete that pass, and you're going to see he's actually going to come under attack from Smith to his left, just because the driver on the outside doesn't have to stay underneath that curbing. I'm not a fan of all the runoffs. I wish we found a way as an industry to make the track be required or preferred. I don't want it to become an officiating thing. I hate track limits. Jeff, I just wish there was something we could do to maybe treating the surface as we see a contention here.
Herb's around Hamlin.
A free fall here, down 8 since the start of the race. I would just love to see the drivers kind of be restricted to the racetrack, or at least prefer to be on the racetrack.
And Denny Hamlin trying to, he talked about
Hamlin's not had a good couple of weeks either.
apply it here. He thought he could use it at other racetracks, but so far.
I mean, he won Dover, but
way off the pace.
Yes, way off.
Byron went wide.
Christopher Bell and the defending race winner Chris Buescher. So that puts Buescher into the top 10. Let's have a look at this. And it's teammate on teammate. Bowman on the
Was there
inside of
con?
Byron.
Oh yeah, there was contact.
Down on him. I'm not sure if he thought Bowman was going to give him that spot. A little bit of contact, lost momentum.
That's a second week.
Still under attack.
I see. Yeah, second straight week we've seen contact between Hendrick teammates. Last week it was Larson and Elliott that got into it.
Riding along with a Toyota Cam, Ty Gibbs. Look at the vision. We just rode with SVG. You could really see the
Board Gibbs, one of those ones outside looking in as far as the playoff grid goes. More than likely in a must-win situation.
Nate Burns, let's talk more about William Byron.
Well, you guys mentioned going the wrong way. William just radioed the crew, and by the way, they usually radio the most pertinent information when they come past the start-finish line because they know their radio signal is good. He told the crew coming by really tight, especially off of the carousel. So on that turn exit, Jeff, when you're tight coming off the carousel, you lose lap time.
Yeah, tight, Dave, the car just does not rotate, doesn't turn the way the driver wants to. So what that means is he just has to wait before he can accelerate. And the guys behind you, they're not waiting. So they gain momentum on you. And that's a common theme.
Be interested to see who does what here early on because of track position. Up, Larson around. No brakes, he's going to get rolling. Probably wheel hopped it.
Sounds like the 5 will be coming to pit road. He was running 24th.
Either that or the pedal went soft on him and he looped it to keep from going straight on. So yeah, it's going to be a matter of Bumble when they decide to pit then. But who can take care of their tires too. Yeah, just
loses it all on his own.
Looped it.
Said no brakes. So obviously he has enough brakes to slow down a little bit. Because if you got to the end
But you got front brakes. You got front brakes. If the car does that, you got front brakes. Don't know if you got any rear ones in.
Whether he has no rear, no front, or maybe the pedal itself is just long. You know, he was reporting a
I'd like to hear an onboard. Onboard would tell you right away that was wheel hop.
We'll see what he does. Like right here, if he has no brakes.
I don't know if the calipers are the same way in the race cars where we used to hear that wheel hop real defined.
Stage 1 comes to an end in 13 laps.
Frustrating weekend last weekend in Iowa for Larson, where he was getting hit by everything and everybody, and he was pretty unhappy about that. And then the frustration continues this weekend. So, led every lap has Ryan Blaney. He only ever led 2 laps here at the Glen up until today. So
We don't necessarily have a great track record on road courses other than, like I said, the one win the inaugural Roval race in 2018. So
He's made it to his pit stall, Lee. Can he bring the car to a stop?
the humor of it is that I still think of it right. Blaney's first 2 career Cup wins came on tracks without 4 corners.
But again, this weekend, mechanical issues.
One Pocono was his first career win, and then the Roval was the second.
Well, it's clear to me looking at just the helmets that those aren't the normal tire changes. Those are the mechanics going over there right now. Reading his radio, he says he can pump the brake pedal up and get a pedal, but then when he steps on it, it slowly decreases like you're bleeding the brakes. That tells
They got
me
a
they
leak in
have
the line.
fluid leak. It's not just air in the system, so that's what that
Sounds like it's losing brake fluid.
see if there's any fluid on either of the calipers. Nothing obvious, but this is going to be hard to diagnose.
That's already 1 lap down, he is.
At least to be competitive for the 5.
That's a tough one for the 5 team. Meanwhile, it's going great. If you're Ryan Blaney, out in front, led every lap.
8 laps into the race, so early in Watkins Glen, going left and right.
I make some good summer barbecue, but I can't match these 2 hearty barbecue triple stacks from Firehouse Subs. Brisket smoked low and slow, stacked high with turkey and ham, and that slaw crunch, get out of here. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta try these subs.
Okay, everyone settled. Let's get sticks. Take 3.
Hmm.
Action.
Applebee's 2 for $25.
Zoom in.
Get 1 appetizer and 2 entrees like the new chicken parmesan fettuccine.
Nice. There it is. Now up to the burger. And the big bacon burger. Lift it up higher. Higher. Are you sure? Hold it. Beautiful. You got it.
Choose 1 appetizer.
Yes, the old adage of food commercials never look as good as they do in the commercials. They'll never look any better than they do in the commercials.
The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. You get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same.
There's a place no map will show you where GR cars turn into full-blown track beasts. Every apex we nail, every second we shave, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. You in?
Welcome to Narnia. How much is that? 4 million. Everyone gets a cut. The Russians, the Puerto Rican, the Hebrews.
These guys, they think you stole it, and you're their fall guy.
That's not happening.
Brake problems, John. Looped it in turn 1, didn't hit anything, but sounds like they might have a brake line leak.
Skinny boy. I like you, Hank. Caught stealing.
Because he says he's got pedal, but when he tries to put pressure on the pedal, he's losing the pedal. They've already lost a lap on pit road, and probably gonna lose more if they, depending on how much work has to be done to it.
Same old phone? Nah. It's me in 3 time zones. 1 eye on an edit, 1 foot on a trail, and 1 on this guy. Why settle for glass buttons? This is a real flex. Can your phone do that?
I'll tell you what, Blaney doing a good job keeping off SVG right now. Wonder if SVG just might be pacing himself. We know how good he is on these kind of tracks. So.
But something that has changed is that the driver who was meant to be in this race today, who is not. Tell us more, Marty.
Yeah, that's Connor Zilich, and it was fantastic. Lee and countdown to back at the racetrack. It's even better to talk to him right now. I think number 1, what everyone wants to know is how are you? But number 2, what happened? Do you remember much of what happened?
Yeah, first of all, I'm doing okay. Very grateful to be able to walk away from that, and I guess I didn't walk away, but very grateful to be walking today and you know, just be all right. You know, thank you to all the medics who took care of me, everybody who reached out and you know, wished me well. I do appreciate it a lot. And yeah, I was climbing out of the car, and you know, obviously the window net was on the door, and as soon as they started spraying water, you know, my foot slipped, and yeah, the last thing I remember was being halfway down and falling. So yeah, glad it wasn't any worse, and that the collarbone is the extent of the injuries. But yeah, hate I couldn't make it to the race today and give myself a shot to go get a good result for Trackhouse and Ribble.
So what happens from here? Because obviously you're contending for an Xfinity Series championship. You have the benefit of no weekend or no race next weekend. You're not racing Richmond. So what happens next, and how long until you're back in the car?
Yeah, we're still working out with all the doctors to figure out what's going to be the next steps. But I've got a little motivation from Shane, my teammate. He had a plate put in and raced the weekend after. So I don't know if I'll be that quick, but hopefully my young bones will heal fast, and I'll be able to get back in it as soon as possible.
It's fantastic to see you back.
Thank you, Marty. I appreciate it.
Right, Connor Zilic at the track, Lee, and hanging
Well,
out.
for anybody that was curious how Connor's doing, there you go. You can even see the slingies in, too.
It's not pleasant. It was scary. It's like kind of got caught.
I mean, obviously everybody's different as far as how they want to view things, but if you haven't seen the footage, you pretty much can go to X, go to Twitter, find it there. It's been posted all over, so respect to USA for not showing it again, but
SVG got a plate put in a race next week. I got some more information there. These race crew, Jeff, I've said for a long time, you drivers are not built like everyone else.
Well, the good thing is he's in really good shape in the Xfinity point. So he,
although looking at Connor, he kind of reminds me physically of Nemechek, John Hunter, a little bit. I don't know if he's as short as John Hunter is, but the face and everything kind of reminds me of John Hunter. Like him and John Hunter could be brothers. Brothers from different mothers. Chastain with a quick slap right now. I would expect if it's a two-stop race, I could see nobody pitting before the end of stage one, or even after the end of stage one. I can see that stop coming in early on in stage 2, and then you pit in stage 3. That'll be your two stops, like 30 and 60, if you're going to try to two-stop it. But I know we have seen, especially here in the past, a three-stop strategy, so it just depends on how much tires are going to mean today. You know, road courses, you tend to use more tires, so you got to really take care of the rear tires. So that's usually where SVG tends to excel, is taking care of those rear tires.
You know, it's funny, though, when you talk to Chase Briscoe after that Sonoma race, Lee, where he finished second to SVG, he said, the frustrating part for me is I could see SVG wasn't even going 100%. Could SVG be not going 100%, sitting in second place as well? Listen to the radio.
I can see that. I can see that, Bumble.
Not too bad.
A little bit.
Probably a little better than him. He just got a bit more rear end than me on exit. Copy that.
SVG later said in the conversation, I'm just hanging out, Steve, saving my rear tires. So let's have a discussion about that. How much will that be a factor today for the drivers? Kind of saving those rear tires. It kind of became a story
honestly,
a few weeks ago.
No wonder the last few road course races, the SVG is probably one of the best I've seen at being able to take care of those rear tires, which becomes so key, especially late in these races. I think that's why he makes the speed that he does.
Because his dad just arrived last night from New Zealand to cheer his son on in pursuit of Blaney.
I mean, he's looking for 4 straight on a road course too. Between Mexico, Sonoma, Chicago, looking for 4 straight.
With our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same.
The new Detroit Lions games are here. I won. Forward down the field. With prizes up to $500,000 across a roster of fan favorites. The new Detroit Lions games.
Only from the Michigan Lottery.
Summer is calling, and Carbliss is here to make every moment flawless. Whether you're soaking up the lake life, rooting for your home team, Carbliss is your ultimate adventure companion. With zero sugar, zero carbs, and just 100 calories, Carbliss delivers full flavor without compromise. This summer, make it flawless. Make it Carbliss. Find your flavor at drinkcarbliss.com.
Shit, that's the up and down nature of the sport, you know. May not have a great week one week. It's momentum is everything.
My Wingstop is here. 20 delicious wings, sauced and tossed in mango habanero OG hot, plus ranch. Of course, gotta protect the stash. Wingstop is here.
Girls' night. Girls' night. I got us a cheese board. Oh, thank you. Huh. That did look bigger in the store.
Now to another tragic story, this one out of Northwest Harris County. A teenage girl dies after sleeping in a car overnight. Sheriff Ed Gonzalez saying that carbon monoxide exposure may have been a factor.
Smart video search with Ring.
Sorry about that.
Learn more at ring.com.
It's also a pop-up of Facebook videos reading the story on it, and
Booking.com has all kinds
you expect the sound to be
for
on.
those who love family resorts and for those who do not. There we go. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
With hundreds of sales every week, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
At Watkins Glen, where green flag pit stops are underway, the 19 of Chase Briscoe completing his stop, lacking.
Well, there's my answer. Well, I knew it was bleeding through. That's why I said I didn't realize that the sound was on my, the audio was on the, I didn't know there was an audio clip associated with the story that I was watching.
Normally we see 3 to go. I think the strategy to this is to get new tires, get a little clean air, and try to run.
Yeah, before the stage ends, CJ.
If we get a yellow, then your pit stop is already done. We'll see if Blaine.
You pit before the stage end, and you take the track position when people pit at. So it's not surprising. I'm more surprised because Bone was saying it could be a 2-stop race, which I don't know. I think in recent history I see it more being a 2-stop than I do a 3, but. Bush overshot his box.
You saw him go a little bit long in his pit stall. They had to back him up just a little bit. He said really good through the S's, but he struggles on the bus stop, especially on the exit of the bus stop. And boy, Kyle Busch, good thing this is under caution. They're going to lose a lot of track condition here with that pit stop.
Yeah, but it all depends on the tires, Bumble. If they're going to do 2 or 3, because I know because past history here we've seen people try the 3-stop. So.
Just going to have to let the whole thing blend to see what he really gives up. Well, there's one right there. There's Bell. Here comes Byron.
Well, then as we saw over the
Might have lost only 1 out of that. I think Bush did.
Today here at the Glen. So any positions that you
So far, it looks like the top 9 cars have yet to hit pit road, which the leaders are in now, Blaney and SVG. Curious to see if anybody else stays out here.
SVG described the balance as, quote, decent, Steve. He said he gets close to the 12, but he just loses all of his grip, but he feels like overall he is better than the 12.
Looks like Busher stayed out. Bowman stayed out. Priest. Chase. Nemechek. Stenhouse stayed out. Yeah, he does.
Yep, pretty straightforward, no worries. Laney stays ahead.
It looks like 6 cars decided to stay out.
Ahead of the 88 and also stayed ahead of any other car that has pitted. So these two
Where is behind these guys, so it doesn't really matter.
cars that have taken service. You see Briscoe Chastain climbing the hill now. That hands the lead of the race. No shock to me of who decided to stay on the racetrack. The 17 of Buscher, the 48 of Bowman, the 60 of Priest. Basically all the drivers in the playoff conversation. Also,
Yeah, the 3 guys right around there.
Elliott, I believe that is purely a points battle for the regular season championship. He's trying to run down his teammate William Byron.
So we need points because we're in this really tight point battle. And we all got points. So we really didn't lose anything. We didn't really gain anything, right? So
Last lap of the stage, Buscher out front.
But here's Buscher. He'll get 10 points. Bowman, 9. Priest, he'll get 8. So everyone needing them is actually getting them.
1 lap to go in this opening stage presented. Credit 1 back.
So it looks like Ford will take the stage win.
2 stops versus 3 in the Go Bowling at the Glen race. Look at this between William Byron and Kyle Busch.
Wow. That's impressive.
Ty Gibbs has a front row view of this. He says, I might get out of it. I might just try and clear them both. Not quite close enough.
And catching Custer ahead of him. I don't believe Custer's pitted yet, or pitted late.
This is wild heading up into the S's. It's a lot more serene for Chris Buscher. Out of turn 5, regular line over the other side of the strip, and heading towards turn 6. All right, so he's going to pick up where he left off here at the Glen. And that is in a winning position. Chris Buscher in the BuildSubmarines.com.
Yep. Winner from last year.
Win stage 1.
Will win stage 1 today. Chris Buscher. Stage 1 winner. Bowman and Priest also going to get stage points. And you'll get Chase and Nemechek and Stenhouse. Those that stayed out will get the benefit of the stage points. It was only 20. Stage 1 was only 20 laps. Corruptions. Yeah. Only a total of 90 laps today scheduled, so.
People still come up to me and talk about it. When you're in it, you're not thinking of the stories they'll tell. Just get yourself in the right position. You never know when a play will become legendary. When the moment comes,
Damn.
will you be ready?
It's a lot of points to gain.
Bet on baseball. BetMGM Sportsbook. Make it legendary.
17,200 between 2 people.
Put an ultra on. Don't forget, there's others on the line. I didn't.
Well, it was 18 coming in the day. Chase ended up 4th. He got 7 points, so it'd be 11, I think, would be the difference. I think it's 11 points is the difference, with Byron having the edge still over Elliott. But I think it was 18 coming into the day. Chase just gained 7 on him there, so I think it's 11 is the gap.
When your severe asthma says you can't, Tespire says you can. Tespire is an add-on treatment for people 12 and over.
Next prediction, not counting the stage yellow.
To help you prevent attacks, breathe better, and relieve your asthma symptoms. Tespire is not a rescue medication.
I'm still thinking about what to do, because I know I do the gambling thing with the channel points, but I should have like some sort of reward for them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet.
Don't stop asthma treatments without talking to your doctor.
I'm starting to thinking about that, but it's like I don't know what I should do.
Your asthma worsens. Avoid live vaccines. Sore throat, joint, back pain may occur. By helping control your asthma, Tespire lets you be you. Ask your asthma specialist for Tespire by name.
Well, he stayed out, Bumble. He was one of the. He was basically there were 7 cars that stayed out. The top 6 plus him.
Purina One has chicken, rice flour, corn oatmeal, whole grain corn, chicken byproduct meal.
What's System Blue?
NBC Sports coverage of NASCAR on USA is brought to you by...
Well, not the first time it happened, but certainly a rarity when it does happen.
Find a center near you. Now, they bowled a strike that clocked over 140 miles per hour. They've bowled a strike further than anyone thought possible. Now they're taking things to a new height, literally. Veteran driver Michael McDowell used gravity and guts to successfully complete the world's highest strike, soaring over 150 feet from the top of the grandstands to the infield. The new record shows how Go Bowling continues to bowl it fastest, the farthest, and now the highest. And appropriately, here is the Go Bowling on.
Well, nothing compares to you, Bumble.
Good, stable, steady opening stage. Let's get an update on Kyle.
Yes, the Prince Pen song is done by.
Back to the garage area. This is where the 5-car has remained. They changed the brake line.
Is done by Sinead O'Connor.
If there were any leaks in the system, and crew chief Cliff Daniels radioed back and said, nope, we're going to have to do it again. We have a seal issue, so we'll have to try that again in a few minutes. Steve, you know this painful to try to fix something like this in the middle of a race, and you've got to get it right.
Yeah, it's painful, and there's going to be a lot of discussions. We talk a lot about just the size, the number of men and women in all these organizations. It's for quality control to try to avoid issues like this. Now, for the 5 of Kyle Larson, who's already won 3 races on the season, you know, he can look back and say, well, if you're going to have this issues, now's a great time. But what aren't they going to learn about this Goodyear tire that we'll see at the Roval? What aren't they going to be able to do? Could they have scored some points? And now this is the fear that keeps a crew chief up at night through the entire playoffs. Because a simple, you know, O-ring or seal of a fitting is eliminated in the and that could just be what knocks you out of the playoffs later in the year.
Yep, $5 park keep you out of advancing to the playoffs when we get to the playoffs. You got to keep that in mind.
I think everyone that didn't pit would pit here. They have enough fuel to keep going. You could run about 31 to 33 laps. You know, I would just be scared to start at the front with old tires. These tires have lost about a second and a half, depending on the car. But we'll see if a crew chief gets crazy.
Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody were to try it, especially if it's because it would put you. You could do it on a 2-stop strategy.
But if you chose to pit before the end of the stage, you would have given up at least 6 or 7 points to your competitor.
It'll be interesting to see if Buscher sets the stage. If everybody
Yep.
else just follows him.
Bowman's going to come in. Bowman and Nemechek. Top 3 stay out. Stenhouse and Ware pit. So the first 3 cars, Buscher, Priest, and Elliott, stay out. Everybody else that hasn't pitted is in.
Yeah, actually, talking about Chris Buscher, they debated the option to try and use track position in clean air or pit and be 25th on the restart, ultimately deciding to stay out. He asked, how many laps would I have to go? They said 17. It's a big ask. More laps without falling, and they would be in a better spot in the final stage.
Now, I just want to see how this works, because depending on how this works, will probably set up how the rest of this race goes. That's why I'm curious to see what happens.
Chris Buscher, Ryan Priest, Chase Elliott. As we get ready.
Well, you haven't missed much, Mateo. Yellow for the stage end. We had 3 that have not yet pitted that have elected to stay on the racetrack. Well, they can run 30 laps for it. They're trying to do a 2-stop strategy, which if you do the 2-stop strategy, you don't necessarily have to pit at the stage end or before the stage end or at the stage end. You can go a little further past into stage 2 and then pit under green, which we've seen in the past here. So I think that's the strat they're playing right now.
Brisket smoked low and slow, stacked high with turkey and ham, and that slot crunch, get out of here. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta try these subs.
Welcome to Narnia. How much is there? 4 million. Everyone gets a cut. The Russians, the Puerto Rican, the Hebrews.
These guys, they think you stole it, and you're their fall guy.
That's not happening.
Get the cat in the car!
Buckle your seatbelt.
Should I stay or should I go now?
Eat, skinny boy.
I like you, Hank.
Caught stealing.
There's a place no map will show you, where GR cars turn into full-blown track beasts. Every apex we nail, every second we shoot.
We'll see. I mean, I've seen this track kind of work before. As far it comes down to whether you want track position versus tires, which is again the age-old debate. No matter what track we're on, that's always the debate: track position versus tires. Which would you rather have? And
The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee.
on a road course, I'd rather have the rear tire on me at the end of the race, but
Equipment included. For a price that stays exactly the same.
at this point, the benefit kind of outweighs, or it's more of a benefit to stay out because they'd be back around the mid-20s if they were to pit. At least if you stay up front, you kind of get away from the hornet's nest,
It's mean 3 time zones.
which can get you into trouble.
One on an edit, 1 foot on a trail, and 1 on this guy. Why settle for glass buttons?
I think it's kind of a smart play right now. Plus, I've said before, if you do exactly what the leader does, you're just going to follow the leader. Do something different, you got a chance of actually beating the leader. So.
Stage 1 went very quick. Very quick. Yes, it did.
Let's hope we have a safe, quick race today. I wouldn't be surprised, you know?
No surprise at all. I mean, you have to play the game to a certain point. These guys are trying to do the right thing at this particular time to solidify their spot if there's that many points available for them to get. So I understood that. Chase Elliott battling for that regular season championship. He lost some points to Byron last week. So everything kind of went
But right now, it should be, as it stands, 11 points between Chase and Byron, with Byron being on top.
Yeah, so no gain whatsoever, but I don't like starting up there on these older tires when you've got some really fast race cars right behind you. That was never a good feeling for me.
This restart should be fun to watch, Diff, with those older tires up front and clearly some quick cars right behind them.
Yeah, including the pole man and the guy who's led the most laps today, Ryan Blaney's first one up in 4th.
There's going to be a lot of crew chiefs on pit road really watching this restart because there's a big
Yeah.
deviation.
Well, I don't think it's so much the initial restart is one thing, but I don't think it's so much the restart. It's once you get a couple laps going in here, are the fresher tires going to be the benefit, or are they going to be the call, or was it the track position? Sounds like there was fall off on them now, so we'll see. Well, we'll find out.
Everybody wants to know because if it works,
Only one way to answer those questions, and that's to find out.
A graphic view of how it works.
Well, the opposite side of that, if they pit, they'd be where Bowman is, who's 31st. Yeah. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that as well.
All right.
Revised, that renewed, a new restart zone.
There we go. Already Chase Elliott getting swallowed up by both Blaney and SVG. Priest got away pretty good over his teammate. This is an opportunity for SVG to try to get... I think SVG knows this is his opportunity to try to get Blaney before... That was Shane's opportunity to try to get a... Oh, look at the points with Priest leading. Damn. SVG able to get around Blaney there. Effectively the battle for the lead, essentially. Not yet, though. Yeah, they're gonna be having SVG in the 12 all over him in a second here. Shane should get him here off through these two corners. Well, there's your answer. Old tires versus the track position. There's your answer. SVG to the point. Playing to second.
Diving on the inside is Tyler Reddick. Good clean run there.
Look at that hornet's nest.
Now the super pressure's coming for Steve. From behind, they're all over him.
Yeah, and you see the 9 of Chase Elliott losing spots. You mentioned Priest right here under attack for Briscoe, the 17. Now remember, Bowman would kind of be the bogey line, right? He pitted his tires. Now he's all the way back at 30.
That concerned me a little bit watching Byron lock him up there going into the bus stop. I thought for a second he was going to get into the back of Busher.
Fight my way through. The 17 never trying to fill the hole. The 24 is going to be thinking 3 wide right here.
Marty.
Yeah, I just checked in with Derek Finley. I said, how far do you want to push it here? He said, we're going to see how he can maintain. But Steve, I agree with
Well, so far, Busher and Priest, I think, are doing a little bit better than Chase is, but they're all just sliding back right now. It's just...
Because any time that they bring the 60 into pit road from right now on, they can make it on one more stop.
This is a tough position for Busher to be in, Jeff. To not get run over, to hold your line. I mean, look at that zig, the zag.
Points now as they run. Difference now 15 between the teammates. Now 17 as they both continue to slip back here. Bush and Gibbs now under 100. Still think they're in must-win situations, but a little more manageable than what they were.
Get yourself pushed offline, you can lose 4 seconds in 1 lap.
Toyota on board with Christopher Bell. Having a look at one of his
Gibbs and McDowell going at it.
Gibbs, who's having a really nice run today. He's cleared McDowell.
They make it look so smooth.
Only one car actually off the lead lap, and that is Larson dealing with that brake issue and not out of the race, but continuing to work on that issue in the garage.
He's side by side with Chris Busher, and that shows, that paints the picture, the difference between Priest and Busher. To your point, Steve, what a good job.
Almost 3 wide there. Ooh, that was Reddick trying to get ahead of the 99. Oh, 4 wide. Reddick gets pinballed there a little bit. As Elliott continues to slide back.
Enough of this. We've got to get some tires on this race car.
Well, 48 of Bowman, only 4 cars back, who was on the same strategy pre-yellow. He decided to come get his fresh tires. The 9 has fallen almost all the way to the back of his teammate. So Alan Gustafson says, we're giving up time. Let's just come to pit road, jump on our different
Oh, there goes Barry. If that brings the yellow out, that probably will because he hit the wall. Yep. Can he get rolling?
And the Freightliner Ford for the Wood Brothers.
That should be the yellow.
Try to jump the pit road right here. Let's see if he makes it. He's so far back. He's going to try to turn right. There he is. Will he make it to pit road?
Nah, he got rolling. He got rolling.
I thought that would be an instant yellow with that much contact. It wasn't. The 9 of Chase Elliott instantly got the pit road.
Saw this yesterday in the Xfinity race.
There he did get rolling.
Hold the caution as long as they could. If the field was past the incident, they would hold it, Kim.
Yeah, and Chase saying the balance.
I'm surprised with him making contact they didn't throw it, but at least stay green.
Fresh stickers on, and as the fueler falls over the car, that's going to slow up the stop just
Yep, slow stop for Elliott. Now the yellow is out. Oh.
And the reason is debris exited turn 5 where Josh Berry spun.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I would say it, but I'm not going to say it. Because I know how that looks.
Ty Dillon gets Berry moving in the wrong direction. Great shot here.
This is Zane Smith. Boom.
Yeah, what's Zane going to do? You know, there's just nothing you can do in that situation.
Yeah, it's aggressive by Ty Dillon to be pushing on the 21. He knows he's stacked up behind the
Because if the caution was for debris from where he hit, then why didn't you throw the yellow as soon as he hit the wall?
NASCAR held the yellow, allowed the 21 to drive away, then it ended up being debris on the racetrack.
That's a big impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
And this is where the huge impact was.
That looks a little like favoritism, if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, watch the gas man.
Oh man, that's...
Right here, trips over the tire, gas can goes on the car. Now luckily he was the only car
Bumble.
on the road, so
Look at it, though. I mean, seriously, you can't look at that and tell me that that's suspicious, though. I mean, I don't like to think that. Don't get me wrong. I don't like to think that, but the way that looked... You can't look at that and tell me that you don't find that a little odd. I mean, it's just the fact it looked so odd. It's like, why would, you know?
Differently than some here. I talked to their pit crew coach this morning, and he reminded me that the tire changers stay where they are, if you will. They don't reverse direction, so the rear stays there. He becomes the front becomes the rear. He said the hardest part, though, is what happens at the back of the car.
It does. It benefits him. Well, I doubt anybody's going to pit. I doubt you're going to see anybody going to pit. But it saved him from making the stop under green versus making the stop under yellow. Well, I mean, it saves him from losing more time to the leaders. He'll be able to catch up to the back of the pack versus being under green where he would be further back of the pack.
but it's awkward. You're stepping with the wrong foot first. You're moving in the wrong direction. The choreography, the timing, just everything
Again,
backwards. We talked about it in the pre-race.
the debate, Bucky, and this is why I'm like, I don't know about that one, NASCAR, is if the reason is for the debris from Barry's crash, why didn't you throw the yellow when Barry actually crashed? Why wait? You know, why wait on the yellow is my question. Now, if Barry had just spun and they were waiting for him to get going again, that's fine. Because we've seen him do that. But the fact that he hit the wall and it took that long for them to throw the yellow out, you mix that in with the fact that Elliott hadn't pitted yet, and if he pits when pit road is open is better than catching the yellow like that. I'm not saying the yellow should have been justified for. I'm saying the timing makes it look suspicious. The timing makes it look suspicious.
Gibbs getting off strategy a little bit, the 21, and then I assume we're going to see the 60 of Priest, 17 of Bush.
Like I said, I'm one of those that doesn't believe in the conspiracies like that. I hate even thinking that. But when things like this happen, it's kind of like where you always have to laugh like, really?
Ryan Priest said, listen, if we stay out, we're just going to keep bleeding spots here. We cannot do that. Although it does feel like Kim, the car, pretty good on the longer run.
Yeah, his teammate at the top of the screen.
He was okay.
Sure didn't manage the restart on old tires very well, just lacking in rear grip. They did not think that caution was good.
No.
Still think they'll net that.
I'm not a conspiracy guy.
We'll see how that shakes out for them, Kimmy, when we come back and continue stage 2.
This is where it happened. People still come up to me and talk about it. When you're in it, you're not thinking of the stories they'll tell. Just get yourself in the right position. You never know when a play will become legendary.
Yeah, I said it makes it. That's what I said. It makes it look suspicious. I'm not saying that there was anything nefarious there. It just makes it look suspicious. Again, it's how it looks. You know, it's because it's when you start putting the it's when you start putting questions to it, like, okay, what's the difference between throwing the yellow at the instantly wrecks versus pulling away? If the reason for the yellow was for debris from the wreck, you know. I can understand, again, if Barry had just spawned and they're waiting for him to drive away, and okay, that's why you hold the yellow. You hold the yellow, see if they drive away. But clearly, there was an impact.
With Ring, you can protect your home from anywhere.
With hotels and vacation rentals, Booking.com has something for everyone.
You got anything more boutique?
Right.
Yeah, but he also hit the wall too, Port. That's where you could even tell by listening to the guys on the listening to the commentators that they were even kind of like, why didn't the yellow come out there? You know.
We have free cancellation. Find exactly what you're booking for.
Again, it's the timing of it. Then when you combine it with the fact that he hadn't pitted yet, that's where it's like you got to put everything together, and then you're like, eh. Anyway, back we go again. I'm gonna try to get to his outside. Nope. SVG able to hang on. Chastain up to third. KB fighting Byron there for fifth. Got him.
I can't tell you how impressive it is to be the outside through the left-hand S. What Kyle Busch just did to this 24. This is the second time we've seen the 24 just instantly lose pace. We thought it was momentum last time.
Austin Cindric up into the top 10. Bubba into the top 10.
A move you rarely see. I think he said, all right, William, you or I are going to lift, and it's not going to be me. And he put William in a position where
Catherine Legg, 23rd.
continue to fight the rest of the day. Either that or wreck.
These two guys were just getting into it. Austin Cindric and Michael McDowell. Did you see that on the exit of the bus stop? They were roughing each other up. Bubba Wallace had a front row view of that. McDowell goes wide, tries to get the inside run on Cindric.
Yeah, not quite to peak.
That'd be a dangerous spot to make a pass just because sometimes the driver doesn't expect it and the spotter can't see it. So not that it's a wrong place to make a pass, but you got to be careful there's not contact just because drivers aren't expecting you to.
Now the question is will we see it? Because what we might see is we might not see that. We might not see pit stops.
Back here, Ty Gibbs. He is the monster car with the
Either at the before the stage end or stage end here. Because a lot of these guys I think could make it on one more stop. Points as they run.
Where he goes, it's right up the inside. Past Tyler Reddick. There's Ryan Preece. He's just ahead of Chase Elliott. They all came in for those fresh tires. Oh, it's
Now Bowman's actually the highest one up of those that made that late stop.
They're chasing the guys that did it earlier. These guys just put on
Yeah.
new tires. They want to try to take
Like Bowman is sitting 21st. I think he's the first on that group that waited to the end of stage one to pit.
Somebody's dropping a wheel. I love this shot. Look at the Chevrolet onboard camera, that right rear suspension. Now as he turns to the right, watch the left rear suspension of the 54, kind of squats and rolls to the left. We talk about a rear sway bar, whether you run one or not. That's what it controls, right? When that 54 turns like that, how much the rear of the car.
Suarez looking inside Nemechek.
Anti-roll bar, by design, by name. A lot of tire lockup. We have heard from the drivers and the crew chiefs that once you lock the tire up once,
This is all basically you're looking mid-20s here.
another battle. Oh, there was side slap there from Daniel Suarez on races, and that's all the way back in 23rd and 24th.
Oh, these guys hate each other right now. It's just, it is hand-to-hand.
Hamlin looking.
Denny Hamlin, aggressive move to the bottom.
He was trying to defend the 17 or get around the 17.
Through the bus stop there, that's the bat cam. That's going at 100 miles an hour, parallel to the cars. Awesome shot.
Chastain really starting to put the pressure.
So we've had one yellow in stage 2. The Barry spin.
I'm not sure this is going to be just an easy decision by the entire field.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see everybody pit here at the before the stage end, let alone the stage end. Unless they really want the tires.
At the beginning of this stage earlier, so I don't think
We'll see.
tires, but the decision is about 3 laps away for the leaders.
Kim, what you got?
Yeah, we've got a big name in the house. Michael Jordan here cheering on his 2311 drivers. And good reason to be cheering for Bubba Wallace today. Bubba running in the top 10 currently. You know, we used to come to road courses and know Bubba was going to struggle. And he's been honest over the years. There was a time he hated them. But over the years, he's worked hard on coming in with a plan, studying, understanding where he needs to position his car to make speed. And he feels like he's definitely starting to click with things on road courses. Still knows that there's a lot more room to grow. Right now, happy with the car. Wants to find a little overall grip, but brakes are good, he said. And he feels like they have a great car today.
MJ had a good week too. He finished second in the White Marlin Open on his boat Catch 23. They landed a 71-pound Marlin.
Damn.
I bet Michael wasn't happy with second.
No. $400,000.
He was happy with that.
And 5 to go in the stage.
I make some good summer barbecue, but I can't match this.
And no side by side. Okay.
Stacks from Firehouse Subs. Briskets
Arby's commercial instead.
low and slow, stacked high with turkey in hand, and that slaw crunch. Get out of here. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta try these subs.
At Napa, we are the pros with simple solutions for complex electrical systems. From starters and alternators to batteries and testers, Napa has the new manufactured electrical parts to power your business.
There's a place no map will show you. A secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that crave chaos. New brakes? Check. Roll cage? Check. A spoiler so big it doubles as a picnic table? Oh, you bet. Every apex we nailed, every second we shaved, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. Look like fun? It is. You in?
The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. You get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same.
Action. Applebee's 2 for $25.
Zoom in.
Get 1 appetizer and 2 entrees like the new chicken parmesan fettuccine.
Choose 1 appetizer and 2 entrees.
Yeah, the brake issues, Hamill. Sound like they had a seal leak on the brake line, so it was leaking brake fluid.
With prizes up to $500,000 across a roster of fan favorites, the new Detroit Lions games, only from the Michigan Lottery.
Same old phone? Nah. It's me in 3 time zones. 1 eye on an edit, 1 foot on a trail, and 1 on this guy.
And also, I gotta say this. I know I mentioned this. I mentioned this on the Discord yesterday.
Can your phone do that?
But I was listening to the end of the Xfinity race on the radio because I had to go pick up food. As often as we make fun of race broadcasts for cutting to commercial, jokingly say on the last lap they're going to cut to commercial, the MRN broadcast cut to commercial in the middle of the finish call. I literally sat in my car and laughed my ass off when I heard it because I was like, of all the media that did that, it was one of the most reliable ones, too, that did that. But yeah, it cut to commercial as they were on the last lap of the Xfinity race.
With hundreds of sales every week.
And I literally laughed my ass off because I was like, really? SVG?
As Chase Briscoe continues his stop here on pit road.
I don't know, Bumble.
Chastain said I had better turn that time with no real loss of grip. So 4 here in fuel and he's gone.
So we've got a split at the front. Stackhouse teammates
Ooh. Great stop for Chastain's bunch.
with Blaney staying out.
So Blaney will have the opportunity to pit this time because it's the leader of the race.
You're coming to 2 to go.
Coming to 2 to go. So Blaney can come while coming to 2 to go because that won't close pit road. So SVG's on pit road or off pit road. Let's see what Blaney does. If he pits,
Well, Stenhouse did it in stage 1 as well, too, Hamill, so
which is a playoff point. So Blaney might say, you know what, I want to take the playoff point. His car's so
we'll
good,
see.
it's a tough decision. Let's see what he does. Staying on the
They're
race
going to
track.
stay out.
Blaney's going to stay. I don't know if that'll allow anybody else. Nope, they're all married to this strategy.
Yep.
So all
Byron's going to marry to it. Same thing with Bell.
that's a real shot for a lot of guys. I was shocked we'd see this many guys stay on the racetrack.
But again, I think what they're setting up is they're trying to make this a one-stop race. I don't know if they're going to come back until they know they get into that last window.
I did talk to Jonathan Hassler about that this morning. He said, yeah, we can gain some on the 45 and the 20 cars. So we need to stack some points if we can, when we can. It appears this is one of those times.
Also further back in the pack, remember the battle between Alex Bowman, Chris Buescher, Ryan Preece. Alex Bowman pitted kind of in a traditional way. The other guys stayed out. Well, look what has happened because of that. Alex Bowman in 8th. None of those other guys are in position to get points. So if this stage ends like it looks like it will, Alex Bowman will get points. Those other two will not.
And also Byron versus Elliott.
Look at him stacked up in front of Buescher.
Byron looking to finish second in this stage versus Elliott, who's back in 14th. So what was a 7-point gain is actually going to end up being a 2-point loss. Because if Byron hangs on to second here and gains 9 points, 9 minus 7, that's only a 2-point. That's a 2-point gain for Byron. It'd be a 2-point loss for Elliott. So it would go from being 11 back to 13 back instead. Oh no, 18 to start with. It'd actually be 15. Oh, contact! Teammates! Jones and Nemechek.
I thought that was going to be guardrail for sure for the 43 of Jones, and as he gets it gathered back up, the racing continues at the end of the backstretch. Yeah, you did. You got slammed out of the line, no doubt. Ryan Preece down 11.
Like I said, I believe that was his teammate.
Probably not. Chase Elliott on better tires, all kinds of pressure.
Last lap. Oh, Nemechek!
42 of Nemechek sent around on the entrance of the carousel.
Priest might actually get stage points here because Nemechek was running 10th.
It's like tire lockup or what it is.
So Priest might actually get stage points. Blaney going to win stage 2.
So there is the end of stage 2.
I think Priest is going to get the stage point there.
Maximum points. Have a look a little further back. Who else?
We'll see. Bowman's going to get him. And Priest did hang on.
And Ryan Preece indeed does grab 1 stage point. That was a nice comeback. Look what happened here. Teammate on teammate.
Yep, 1 yellow in that stage. Obviously not counting the stage in, but... Oh yeah, I wonder if it cut his tire going into that corner though.
The 43 unhappy that somebody else got the 42. Look at the camera. He's not going to make it. Oh man.
I wonder if he cut a tire.
It was out of the bus stop. We'll have to see exactly what happened to the 42.
I don't know. That's weird. Yeah. Interesting pair of stages there.
Delicious wings, sauced and tossed in mango habanero OG hot, plus ranch, of course.
Just make this last one simple.
Wingstop is here.
Anything for Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Hero dogs.
A large touchscreen keeps everyone happy. The Subaru Crosstrek. Dog tested, dog approved. Get 1.9% APR for 63 months on select Subaru Crosstrek models during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
Hey, it's my car.
It's the Capital One Bank guy. That's me.
I got me a Crosstrek.
Of course. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account. Ooh, that's.
So, what do you do outside of the Capital One Cafe?
What do you mean?
Like when you go home or...
Stay tight. Don't let the overdraft fees bite. What's in your wallet?
I'm Chad. I work for a professional football team, and I earned my degree online from SNHU. It fit with my schedule. Mondays, Tuesdays, those are packing days. I can get all my assignments done. Wednesday, we're on the practice field. Thursday, initial discussion post is due. We're going to leave on Friday. We're playing an East Coast trip. I'm going to take advantage of the time spent on the bus and even in the hotel room. Finish any of my other coursework that I needed to do prior to kickoff on Sunday. SNHU and the support system, they make it possible. Go to snhu.edu.
So while I'm gone, you'll feed Rosie Blue Buffalo? I got Imes. But Blue has deboned chicken, chicken meal, brown rice, oatmeal. Well, Imes has chicken, brown whole grain corn, brown whole grain sorghum, chicken byproduct milk. We're switching to Blue.
Michelin innovates on the road and far beyond. With airless tires designed for exploring new frontiers. Michelin, motion for life.
How do you like it? How do you like it? More. I don't know why I think of that for some reason, hearing that Michelin ad, but...
Credit One Bank, NASCAR American Express card. And by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com. Do you know more than 5 million visitors come here to the Finger Lakes District each and every year? And when you see sites like that, why wouldn't you? There's 5 primary lakes that make up the Finger Lakes, but in the region there's some 11 lakes, and it's just beautiful at this time of the year. Maybe not in the winter.
Let's see what happens to Nemechek. Ooh, Toyota teammates getting together.
Yeah, John Hunter
Tie into the back of Nemechek.
Basically to the end of the stage. 42 is definitely a little off the pace, struggling with the handling, but just gets shipped by the 54. I mean, hit it square into the bumper and sent it into the tires. I don't really know how you can see it any other way. Now, I haven't looked at the other 49 or 41 laps of the race to know if the 42 got the 54 at some point. That could very easily happen. We might be seeing the retaliation or the frustration, but in this singular event, very clear to me that the 54 just sent the 42 for a ride.
Thought they were getting ready to share some audio there.
Getting to that point in the year, Jeff.
Well, we talk about how aggressive it is in today's racing, today's NASCAR, and the high speeds of this racetrack, which has been consistent since the day we first came here. Contacting that corner, it will send you around. It's almost impossible to control the race car.
That's the way you're turning in.
Pit road is open. Here we got the takers coming in this stage 2 break, and just several laps through, was it 3 or 4 laps before the end of that stage?
A couple in here.
Point of separation between the 2 guys who have dominated this race.
Like I said, I think from this point now it's a one-stop race. It's just a matter of when your window opens to make that last stop.
A lot of debate on the radio whether they would stay out or come down and pit, ultimately deciding fresh tires were worth it because he was very loose in the right-handers, Dave.
Interesting you say that, Kim. Brad Keselowski told
And we saw how the old tires did when 3 cars stay out, but we're having a lot more cars stay out here that have older tires and cars behind them, so I'm curious to see what happens this time. So, yep, only 2 left. Richmond and Daytona remain after today.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
So I've been trying to get into this encore dinner at the Garden. I tried giving my name, nothing. Tried giving another name, Benjamin Franklin. Almost got arrested. Turns out all you need is a Sapphire Reserve card. You don't need to bribe anybody.
Let me see my new granddad.
Say hi, Grandma.
You're feeding him Blue Buffalo, right?
Now we got Purina and one. It's all the same stuff.
Not really. Blue Life Protection Formula's got deboned chicken, chicken meal, brown rice, oatmeal, barley.
Purina One has chicken, rice flour, corn gluten meal, whole grain corn, chicken byproduct meal.
Looks like we're switching to blue.
Blue Life Protection Formula is now available with salmon. Love them like family, feed them like family.
Quality healthcare.
Hey, there's Corey.
HIMS offers access to doctor-trusted treatments for hair loss, ED, and weight loss 100% online. Answer a few questions about your health history to connect with a licensed provider in hours, not weeks. You can get personalized treatment, 24/7 support, and medication delivered directly.
An early race today. I mean, only not even a quarter after 3, and already into the final stage.
Get started today at hims.com.
To show up before motivation does. We are told that this feeling is miraculously going to come upon us, but the action is actually what creates the motivation. Just do the workout.
Lisa at nobleproject.com.
Back at Watkins Glen, about to start stage 3 today, and I think it bears mentioning we're not even halfway in the race yet. Only 43 laps down. Stage 3 is very long, 50 laps here at Watkins Glen today. Marty Snyder, Dale Jarrett joining you from the Peacock Pit Box. And DJ, we talked about how the points game would be played today. If you look at the points earned all day long, the problem is everyone playing the points game is still playing the points game. They've earned the second, third, and fourth most points when you look at the guys around the cut line coming into the day.
Yeah, but the issue is if you don't play that game, then you're going to put yourself in a hole there, and you don't need that anymore than what you had. So they had to do this in making it happen. Now you got to go get everything you can get.
Yeah, Lee, and I mentioned, you know, this is a long stage 3 here. I think we're also starting to see the tempers flare up a little bit after that incident a moment ago with Ty Gibbs and John Hunter Nemechek. So we'll see how this stage 3 plays out.
Yeah, 20 laps for stage 1, 20 for stage 2, 50 for stage 3. Need to remind you that Court is in session on USA Network's new Rainmaker, based on the best-selling novel by John Grisham. Don't miss the series premiere this Friday, August 15th, right here on USA Network and streaming on Peacock. And I want to say that stay tuned for an extended sneak preview during our post-race show coming up right after the checkered flag. So, I mentioned earlier about that separation. When we go back to green, Stevie, Ryan Blaney, who has led the most laps in his road course career in Cup Series competition, he'll see that flag
Okay,
first.
decent car today. It's just I'm a little worried about restarting on the older tires, but
All have the oldest tires, as you see on our screen right there. They also are going to need the most fuel. So those three are going to have to absolutely wait on fuel during their pit stop. I feel it's the same way for Bowman. Starting with Gibbs, I think they could do a normal 4-tire stop and probably get enough fuel in their car. SVG needs even less fuel, but I think he's going to want to take 4 tires anyway, so it's not going to be a big decision. We expect that you can run 31 or 32 laps under green. So that means about lap 58, the pit window opens, but these tires slip and slide. Do you want to pit?
all right. Approaching halfway here. Keep an eye on SVG trying to go for 4 straight. 4 straight in a on the road. On a big swarm. Bowman and Gibbs trying to make it 3 wide on Bell there.
3 wide into turn 1. Multi-lanes inside.
Priest around the outside, try to follow Bowman through. Daniel Suarez, the 99 up there. Granted, little strategy flipping things, but
Spreads them out enough that we've had really good restarts today.
The restarts and great racing. Hasn't taken any racing
decent
away.
run for Suarez right now. SVG trying to get around the 9 does. And that's big because that's fresher tires on SVG's car than Elliott's.
Picked up 3 spots in the restart.
Ross Chastain, Kyle.
I believe at this point everybody can make it on one more stop. It's just a matter of when that window opens to make that last stop, and we know that Busch. Again, that's a big fight right there for positioning. Oh, there goes Busch. Hamlin. And they straighten it.
How much is the damage going to be on that 8? He continues for now. Hamlin drops back.
I don't know how both of them straightened that out, but damn. Well, we stay green. After that chaos, we straightened it all out. I'm watching this 88. What happened down here? Who actually got him? Oh, Chastain got into Hamlin. Chastain into Hamlin. Hamlin into Busch. And they both... Yeah, Busch's car never comes completely around, I don't think. Yeah. And the two right front... The right front and the right front got hooked together. I doubt... I would be surprised if there's suspension damage. Maybe either car. Yeah, Chastain into Hamlin, Hamlin into the 8.
I just don't think that Kyle ever knew that there were 2 cars underneath him. He only knew about the 11.
It's another week with a pretty decent car for the 8, and just luck's not on his side.
Alex Bowman's made his way to 4th, but Alex is kind of on his own strategy up there, pitting on different laps to Blaney and Byron, and also for Christopher Bell behind him, and also Priest and Van Gisbergen and those.
But the car I'm watching is the 88 of SVG, because he is the highest of those on the freshest tires. He has fresher tires than pretty much everybody in front of him, and a couple of the cars behind him too, so...
Yeah. Here, so you'd like to come to pit road, have the yellow come out. It's kind of like a freebie set of service. We've seen that happen here before. Really nice run by the 48. Second most points earned today, 13, only second to Blaney's 14 through the stages. See him right there. Buscher and Priest 10 and 9, so it's kind of matching, gaining a little, but at least not losing.
Bowman having the kind of day that he wants. He doesn't want any chaos. He just wants to have a good finish. Not have any issues. SVG.
SVG diving on Priest there. I think he's going to get that spot.
It's been a good day.
It has been. Priest has been driving that thing hard, bouncing off curves, getting after it. Look at his car sideways up the S's.
Toyota on board with Ty Gibbs. He was just told on the radio, Steve, if you keep your head in the game, you can win this thing. Do you feel that's possible for the young driver at JGR?
I think he's on the right side of the strategy. I think the 88 is in a good spot. The 54 is in a good spot just because their required fuel needed. I think their pit stop can be short. So I agree. I think he's right in this. I mean, he's in position. He's inside the top 10. I like that conversation when the 88 is making moves, but you can only see him a couple cars up.
Laps ago, Ty Gibbs was frustrated. Pit box trying to step in, get his head in the right direction.
Fox, full turn, And I am confident you stay in this game, you're going to have a shot to win it. So stay in the game.
Chris Gabehart trying to make sure that his driver stays plugged in. You can hear his frustration through the beeps, that his car just doesn't respond with the front end like he wants it to.
You know what I liked about that? It wasn't a request to stay in the game.
Right.
It was a demand to stay in the game. He followed up what he said with stay in the game, Marty.
And Ty Gibbs has stayed in the game so far. Jeff in 7th, right in front of him, Ryan Preece in 6th, having a fantastic day, as you guys mentioned. So they pitted at lap 30, Steve, and there was a lot of conjecture in the garage area this morning. Would you pit as soon as the window opened to make it to the end of the race? But with all this tire fall off, Steve, would you want to go a little bit longer? Split stage 3 in half. I think a lot of teams are thinking as soon as that window opens, and for a lot of the Ford teams, that window opens in 2 laps, they might come to pit road and try and make it to the end of the race.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think you gotta do it though.
You know, most of these guys can run 31, 32.
Especially considering the fact.
So to pit with 40 to go and then trying to save gas.
I know how this goes, so I'm knocking wood when I say it. Especially considering we've only had one yellow due to an incident today. So I don't think you can bank on a caution either. Bunching the field back together. I think you have to.
They're going to really abuse those Goodyear drop tires. Check this out, Jeff. I know that you jumped. We both saw it at the same time.
Yeah, it's a very difficult place to make a late pass. Ty Gibbs doing all that he could. A little bit of contact there with Freeze, but that's just good hard racing.
That thing came off the final turn sideways as he continues to shadow Ryan Preece. Up front, Ryan Blaney has a 1.5 second lead over William Byron, and Van Gisbergen has gone from 12th to 3rd. There they are, 1st, 2nd, 3rd.
I think the biggest thing I'm concerned about right now is just going long on these tires to the last window. But
So you saw Ty Gibbs stay to the right side of the road on this exit.
I think the big thing is just trying to keep us ahead of SVG. SVG, I think, has got the best car right now. On the best tires, I should say.
But Preece just did a really good job of fighting that off the last lap. But Ty will try that again.
I think that was Ty's radio, no rear tires. Which again, you got to take the rear tires, and that's why I look at SVG in these kind of races, because he's really got to take care of those rear tires.
To go here at the Go Bowling at the Glen. Can it be a pole to victory lane day for Ryan Blaney?
I'm hoping so, but I also know the circumstances we're in too, and I want to stay optimistic, but I also know the circumstances we're in. You got SVGs running us down with quicker tires, or better tires, so. I think,
Let's get to work. I'm bringing NASCAR to the league.
I make some good summer barbecue, but I can't match these 2 hearty barbecue triple stacks from Firehouse Subs. Brisket smoked low and slow, stacked high with turkey and ham, and that slaw crunch, get out of here. Take it from a real firefighter, you've got to try these subs. At Napa, we are the pros with simple solutions for complex electrical systems. From starters and alternators to batteries and testers, Napa has the new or remanufactured electrical parts to power your business.
There's a place no map will show you. A secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that crave chaos. New brakes? Check. Roll cage? Check. A spoiler so big it doubles as a picnic table? Oh, you bet. Every apex we nailed, every second we shaved, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. Look like fun? It is. You in?
Change is always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same, with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same.
Okay, everyone settled. Let's get sticks. Take 3. And action.
Applebee's 2 for $25.
Zoom in.
Get one appetizer and 2 entrees like the new chicken parmesan fettuccine.
Nice, there it is. Now, up to the burger. And the big bacon burger. Lift it up higher. Higher? Are you sure? Hold it. Beautiful. You got it.
Choose 1 appetizer and 2 entrees. Applebee's iconic 2 for $25. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Sorry, were we in that truck?
Same old phone? Nah. It's me in 3 time zones. 1 eye on an edit, 1 foot on a trail, and 1 on this guy. Why settle for glass buttons? This is a real flex. Can your phone do that?
Exciting careers are available now nationwide, ensuring the U.S. Navy has its next generation of submarines. If you're looking for a stable, impactful career, visit buildsubmarines.com.
It's Busher looking at the 99 of Suarez. I think that's Priest and Gibbs still racing for that spot. Dallin Elliott just behind, I believe, Cindric. Yep. SVG is into second, and those tires are catching us too.
I want to show you a couple of things while we were away, while we were in commercial. We're on board with Michael McDowell.
Ooh, more teammates.
Carson goes around.
McDowell into Tosavar.
Meanwhile, back at the front, the 2 guys who started on the front row in this race on 2 different strategies. Ryan Blaney continues to lead the way, but for how much longer?
Not for much longer. SVG on fresher tires and a little quicker car.
Much newer tires, right?
That's
Fresher
right.
Tires,
right. And it's just, yeah, I mean, fresher tires, faster car.
The 12 has driven an amazing race. I
Yep.
think this is successful so far on what they tried to do. They gave himself an opportunity in front of the 88. Now remember, I have Blaney needing more fuel in the coming pit road, and Byron and Bell.
Everybody again is going to have to make one more stop, regardless. You need 1 pit stop to make the finish of this race. It's just a matter when you make it, and here they come. With 35 to go. Priest and Busher are in. Reddick's in. Ty Dillon's in.
Still the biggest complaint for Chris Buescher just lacking clear grip. Another air pressure adjustment to try and give him grip for this last run.
I haven't seen the tire life be good enough to think with 36 to go you're just done for the day. I think late models can change this. The leaders, that could be a different decision, but I think SVG can run a few more.
Ooh, Chastain into Doris Briscoe.
Bouncing his way back onto the track. That was full motocross style.
Yeah, Ricky Carmichael will be impressed with that move across the whoops. Briscoe wasn't impressed, I promise you that. No. And that's what I was saying earlier. Like, we always see when it finally comes to something wrecking something else, but there are 100 of those that happen all day long, not to mention all season long.
It looked like they might have had a hiccup too, Rory. So they had a little door slamming session or beat bang session. He just into the curbing, into Briscoe.
It wasn't malicious, it was just circumstantial.
That's right. The left front tire got to the left of the curb. The car starts hopping, and he's going to go up the track.
Byron's in. Byron, Bubba, Todd, Kyle.
Wait a little bit here. You've been talking about that, Steve, because they last pitted on lap 16. But here goes Byron. Would probably like to not be back on pit road before the end of the day.
I think this pit window is going to be kind of a long, the car's going to drip in maybe 4 or 5 cars at a time. Some ovals we go to, it looks like yellow. Every car comes at the same time. We'll see at what point enough cars have pitted that SVG thinks he needs to come to pit road. Remember, yellow, he would restart behind the cars that have pitted. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Staying on the racetrack, as I would probably run it even in the mid-60s, as crazy as it sounds. Blaney has to come because he needs gas.
Yep.
So his decision to pit is kind of set from decisions earlier in the day. For Bell and SVG, I think you stay on the racetrack and try to have some fresher tires for late in the race.
Just need a clean stop here. Clean stop and beat the guys out that we were around strategy-wise. It's just gonna matter, can we hold off these guys with the fresher tires later on? A little slow on the rear. Also have to wait on fuel, so good.
Oh, look at this angry little bunch. They're back at it. They're still at it. Briscoe round Suarez. Now it's McDowell's turn.
You know, Briscoe, when he entered the bus stop on the right side of another car, he had to be nervous. He just got punted out of the way a few laps ago. The back up front, SVG.
Yeah, a little slow on the rear, it looked like, but we also know we're going to have to wait on fuel, so we'll see. Again, just have to see how it all works out.
Speaking of the 54, the Monster Camry, let's have a listen to some recent radio. Right now, so we gotta do something.
It's pretty much everybody down to... I'm waiting to see. I got to see the running order to see who's actually the first that stopped.
Oh boy, things are getting tense at JGR.
Yeah, I know we're down outside the top 20 as far as the first one that made their last stop. Elliott's in. Just been going in that car. Suarez in. Custer in. Ty caught the curbing in the bus stop.
Be an interesting conversation tomorrow, you know, with Ty Gibbs and the entire team, right? Because what you're hearing from the pit box is, hey, we got the strategy. What I need you to do is make lap time. Right. I need you to focus on getting the best possible speed out of this race car. Let us worry about the strategy. You have to trust us. But it just doesn't seem like that's where they are right now.
So it looks like Byron is the first I see that's made their last stop. That's the highest running right now.
Ty Gibbs' teammate Christopher Bell coming down pit road. He's had no real complaints about the handling of the car to Adam Stevens, but 2 laps before they pitted, he did say the brakes are starting to go a little bit long, and you saw them have to wait on fuel, Dave.
All good right now for Alex
Bowman's in.
Off pit road, lefts get changed first, rights get changed second when you're at Watkins Glen. Drew going after it. This should get him to the end. Where can he end up? He's good on points now, but does not have that win to ensure him in the playoff.
Justin Haley on and off.
And was hanging in there, so let's see what this with 32 to go. How it shakes.
I still think it's Byron right now that is the highest running.
48 Ally Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsport. Remember, he's in a 10th.
See it continue to cycle.
He's in that no win zone, but above the line in the playoff points picture. But it's been a productive day.
Continues to bleed spots. This time it's the 4 of Noah Gregson going by. He does have fresher tires, about 10 lap fresher tires. At this time, I think that's the radio of the 54 it is. He's going to make the right-hand corner, come to pit road. This would be a good vision of these backwards pit stops.
Yeah, Byron, I think, is the first in 23rd that we know for sure could make it to the end of the race without having to worry about making another stop. Everybody else is on pins and needles hoping that the race goes green to the end, because if the yellow comes out, you basically are going to have to restart behind the cars that have already pitted. So that's where you start looking at that.
We covered it last week in Iowa, this new move where the jackman swings the jack behind his back, and they make it look very, very simple, but now going in reverse. The handoff normally between the quarterback and the running back. This is from the jackman to the jackman. So let's take a look. He's going to hang the right rear tire, and watch this man right here. He picks it up first. He loses
The jack got, first of all, the jack got stuck under the car, and then
around for the jackman on the 54. And when the pit box, guys in the pit box and the driver, they're yapping at each other, mad at each other. Those are the days you also have a bad pit stop. It just
So Byron in 21st, I think, is the first one we know that's pitted that can make it to the end of the race.
And it's Chase Briscoe, who is the highest placed in 3rd at the moment.
How about Nemechek? Remember, he was back into the tires, and he's up to 10th. Now, I know some of that is because of the pit cycle, but that 42 car still has reasonable pace compared to cars.
Damn, I'm surprised Nemechek's car is still running good despite the damage to it.
42. So that's only 5 laps different to the race leader, Shane Van.
Actually, him and Jones. Granted, yes, they still have to make one more pit stop, but after their little run-in and Nemechek's adventure into the barrier, he's sitting 8th and 10th right now.
This is the part of the run at every road course, Steve, that Ross Chastain, teammate to SVG, wants to know how can SVG be 4 tenths a lap faster. This is where they are trying to catch this guy.
So 29 to go. SVG out front. Again, the top 19 cars, back to 20th place Byron, have to make one more stop for fuel. Now Byron is the first one that can make it to the finish of the race. Should we stay green to the end? The question comes in, what do these guys do late in the race if we get a late yellow and tires suddenly become a thing? Another tease of side-by-side. To either show it or don't. It's like, don't tease it, then not show it. I don't understand that. It's like, if you're going to show it, show it. If you don't want to show it, then don't show it. Don't tease like you're going to show it, like you're going to play it. Do not understand that one.
Hey, get away.
10 years ago, I invented the Ring video doorbell for moments like that, and Ring security cameras for moments like this.
We got you on video.
Protect your home the way I do. Learn more at ring.com.
With hotels and vacation rentals, Booking.com has something for everyone.
Jesus! You got anything more boutique?
Oui. Right this way.
What about something more family friendly?
Maybe a resort with a water park?
Or somewhere less family friendly?
Yep, one Vegas hotel for the bride-to-be.
What if we hate everything?
We have free cancellation. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, Booking.com.
With hundreds of sales every week, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
My Wingstop is here. Want to eat delicious wings, sauced and tossed in mango habanero OG hot, plus ranch? Of course, gotta protect the stash. Wingstop is here.
The moment I loved our Subaru Outback most was the moment they walked away.
Yep. He's in. SVG and Chastain are in.
And you can see how far behind Ross Chastain was there in the 1 car. Yet he believes this weekend he's been pretty close to the speed of his teammate in the 88 car. So
Looks like 0 issues too on the pit stop.
they need a long fill. Well, so it's a little bit shorter fill of Sunoco fuel, and he said it was definitely too loose this run. So a little air pressure adjustment that's already been made on one of these tires or more as he hits pit road, and now will be done.
88 first car on the racetrack that can now make it on fuel. You look off in the distance as they climb the S's. There he is, the 24 and the 12. Those are the other 2 cars that have pitted with the idea of making it to the finish. So SVG currently leads of cars that can make it on gas. Nice job by Byron and Blaney running great laps on those new tires. They've closed that gap on SVG. Now, unfortunately, though, SVG has the position and the fresher tires.
Came in with a 19.7, basically a 20-second advantage.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much in SVG's hands now. race stays green, and he's going to be in the best position possible. The other thing is as we run, Byron seems to gain points on his regular season lead.
Here's Brett Keselowski and Austin Cindric as they enter the bus stop. So at the moment, this is second and third, but they still have to pit.
So as they run, the top 11 cars have not yet made pit road.
Let's run this tank of fuel all the way dry, come in, get tires. If we have it late yellow, we can stay out, and others may choose to come to pit road.
Right now, it appears that it pretty much is SVG's race to lose at this point. The top 11 cars cannot make the finish without stopping for fuel, so Cindric in.
Really good job of improving. Austin Cindric and the snap-on Ford comes to pit road, so that changes that picture, Dave.
It does, Lee, and when you grew up racing all kinds of different cars on tracks like this, rights and lefts, you always have one eye from the competition on you. The car's been pretty good for Austin today. Fired off better on that run, a little better balance, so they'll leave it where it is as they change tires and add fuel to get to the end.
Now as a driver, this is just the pit. You cannot have a penalty here, right? It was much
Oh yeah, absolutely, Steve.
25 laps to go. If it maintains a green flag, a pass-through would be just a huge penalty.
Rejoins right behind Chase Elliott. He's in 29th. Briscoe race leader on side.
So that leaves the top 9 cars. Briscoe, Keselowski, Jones, Logano, McDowell, Nemechek, Zane Smith, Noah Gragson, and Carson Hocevar.
Remarkable in his first season at Joe Gibbs Racing.
With 24 to go at the Glen.
It's been an incredible season.
Been a quick race, too. I mean, it's not even 4 o'clock East Coast time yet. And we're rapidly approaching 20 to go in the race. But again, only 1 caution so far today due to an incident. The other 2 we've had today were the stage enders.
As soon as the window opened in stage 3, but he saw everybody else kind of doing that, so like he always does, doing something a little bit different for Joey Logano, deciding to pit here with 24 to go.
77 of host.
Well, it's not a bad thing to be known for, though.
He was running inside the top 15. Oh, the 8 and the 99 here heading into the bus stop.
Busch and Suarez, some contact maybe. Oh yeah.
That's right.
Suarez just like his teammate. Over the curbing, got the car to his his right.
You have to leave the 8 room off the right side guardrail, and you just get too low, and you end up driving into that pothole for not a better description.
It's almost not enough room for 2 wide on a corner entry, and you have to really give and take. And on the outside, he's not.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Just got run into.
He was able to bounce back out just ahead of his teammate in Austin Dillon. So cycling through, Eric Jones has now just hit pit road, and as everybody cycles,
Because the bonus points he's getting from winning these races helps.
so it's Briscoe, Keselowski, McDowell, Gregson, and then Shane Van Gisbergen.
And I believe the 88's only running as hard as he needs to push his rear tires to stay in front of the 24.
Yep, only 4 cars have yet to make their final stop. Briscoe, Keselowski, McDowell, and Gregson. SVG looks like he's got about a half-second gap over William Byron.
As all this will cycle through, and then we get down to racing to the checkered flag.
The NASCAR playoffs return to New Hampshire Motor City.
And Thunder, I don't know what's wrong with Thunder, but he keeps talking nonsense. Like, are you okay, dude?
Days of racing, camping, concerts, and fireworks. Grab your friends or make some new ones. And when the checkered flag drops, one race weekend, the NASCAR playoffs, September 19th through 21st. Get your tickets now at nhms.com.
I make some good summer barbecue, but I can't match these two hearty barbecue triple stacks from Firehouse Subs. Brisket smoked low and slow, stacked high with turkey and ham, and take it from a real firefighter. You've got to try these subs.
So while I'm gone, get a few Rosie Blue Buffalo? I got Imes. Blue has deboned chicken, chicken meal, brown rice, oatmeal.
Well, Imes has chicken, brown whole grain corn, brown whole grain sorghum, chicken byproduct meal. We're switching to blue.
22 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. And time now for
Yeah, Busher got around Blaney.
presented by Credit One Bank. Jeff, who you like the look of?
Yeah, I like Ryan Blaney. I know that SVG has tons of speed, but Ryan Blaney is fast also, and I think if we get the caution at the right time, Blaney has enough speed with put some new tires on this thing. I think on a short run he can take the fight to SVG. Remember, he won the very first Roval race in Charlotte.
Depends on how far I have on my tires. If I'm somebody like the guys that pitted earlier at the end of this thing, or at the early end of this run, I think you come get tires. But if you're somebody like SVG, I think you stay.
May not necessarily think about this man here, William Byron, as a road course specialist or good, but we have to remember that he won here 2 years ago. He has got great finishes here at the Glen, and he's the series' most recent winner.
Byron right now gonna gain some points in that battle for the regular season title with 2 races to go. Has the edge on the stage points today, and obviously position on the racetrack.
On the pylon, you see now Briscoe. That's the 19 off from pit road. He's joined back in about the 19th position with a little bit fresher tires than the cars up the road. I think he has the opportunity to drive his way back into the top 15. And if we do get that yellow, I believe he could stay on the racetrack. Also, McDowell pitted. Slow stop for McDowell. He joins way outside the top 30. 44 seconds behind the leader.
So now it's just Brad Keselowski, the last one that is yet to make their final pit stop. With 20 to go at the Glen.
One back, no run. And line.
Great shot from that Chevy cam, Chevrolet cam. Chase Elliott shows the elevation changes of this racetrack. Talk about how fast it is.
Keep in mind, he's it's the points he's gonna get. Keep in mind, you get the bonus points for the wins, and he's gonna have. If he wins today, that's I think four wins on the year, 4 in a row on a road course.
But sitting in 20th at the moment and still fighting as hard as any of the other guys, right?
And those bonus points, that's a lot going to the next round. I mean, gotta have that consistency. Remember, the consistency still plays dividends once you get into the playoff round. Although, yes, the win advances you, but you're still gonna have consistency because only 3 people are gonna get through out of the 16 by winning at most. So.
Riley Hurts right there on the bottom of the racetrack, 35 car. Good day for him so far. 14th.
And for Briscoe, he wants to get through this mess because if he can get in front of Herbst, I think he can use those tires to his advantage, but he kind of has to tiptoe his way through. So far, he got by the 66. He'll look at Ty Dillon. 3 wide here for Chase Elliott and Haley.
Whoa, look at this. Heading to the bus stop when you're going almost 3 wide, that's sketchy.
Well, they made it to the round of 12 last year until they got DQ'd at the Roval, so I would expect Bowman to at least be in a position to do that.
From brake pads in Orange County, Florida, to oil filters.
That's not the first time he's done that, Tristan. There was another race earlier this year. He did that exact same thing. I mean, that's still a point that could matter in the end. Granted, the way Byron's running, I don't think he's going to end up. He got DQ'd. You know, he got DQ'd because they didn't. Yeah, I would be skirt. I know you want to skirt the issue, but
It's part of life.
when you're that close a battle for the to advance in the playoffs.
With a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that's.
I was 100% on the race team for putting it that close, you know.
Same old phone? Nah. It's me in 3 time zones. One eye on an edit, 1 foot on a trail, and 1 on this guy. Why settle for glass buttons? This is a real flex.
You walk a fine line. And they walk a fine line and they got caught, you know. Yeah, it happens.
Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account. Ooh, that's.
Obviously, you feel bad for him considering what the ultimate outcome was of the championship last year, but
Like when you go home or.
It's tight. Don't let the overdraft fees bite. What's in your wallet?
I'm Chad. I work for a professional football team, and I earned my degree online from SNHU. It fit with my schedule. Mondays, Tuesdays, those are packing days. I can get all my assignments done. Wednesday, we're on the practice field. Thursday, initial discussion post is due. We're going to leave on Friday. We're playing an East Coast trip. I'm going to take advantage of the time spent on the bus and even in the hotel room to finish any of my other coursework that I needed to do prior to kickoff on Sunday. SNHU and the support system, they make it possible. Go to snhu.edu.
Let me see my new granddad. Say hi, Grandma. You're feeding him Blue Buffalo, right?
Now we got Pure in one. It's all the same stuff.
Not really. Blue Life Protection Formula's got deboned chicken, chicken milk, brown rice, oatmeal, barley.
Purina One has chicken, rice flour, corn gluten meal, whole grain corn, chicken byproduct meal.
Looks like we're switching to blue.
Blue Life Protection Formula is now available with salmon. Love them like family, feed them like family.
well, Joey took advantage of the situation ahead of him, you know. You take advantage of every situation that comes ahead of you. I mean, that's what Chase Elliott did in 2020. They had to win to advance at Martinsville to the championship for, and they, you know, the crewman made a move that he wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, and they took advantage of it. Take advantage of any opportunity that comes in front of you.
He's here this weekend just in case, but you know who else he's helped? Ryan Blaney, who runs up front, chasing down Van Gisbergen, Buscher, and Byron, trying to make his way to victory lane. Blaney has been one of the best students for Joey Hand. Hand says he is
Hey, Joey Hand, shout out.
and really applies it on track here. So Joey, a good resource for Ford. And
Yeah, everybody has. Everybody has in terms of fuel. The question comes in, what happens if we see a late caution? But uh-oh. Guys? Guys? Rematch? Rematch? SVG leads it. Busher Road to second now. Rematch? Granted, it's about 2.5 second gap between them, but same top two from last year.
15 laps to go. Anything can happen. Well, it was a mistake a year ago by the driver of the 88 getting into that driver's side wall on the right side, getting into the bus stop that allowed the 17 to pass him back. And I think that's the key if you're Busher, right? You have to stay close enough. This was
And if Chris wins, locks his ticket.
right there, but right there, he told you, Jeff, he hits that wall with the right front, kind of pulled the wheel out of his hands. He got offline, and then here the 17 a little pushing and shoving, gets his way through, and then
last-ditch impressive effort by the 16 just wasn't going to be had. But my point today is stay close enough. Like, don't let SVG kind of relax. Stay a couple seconds back or try to close the gap if you can. Don't allow the 88 to save tire.
There was a caution with 7 to go last year. Remember when William Byron and Brad Keselowski got together up into the guardrail? Anything can happen with 14 to go here at the Glen.
The other thing is, even though SVG is faster than Buescher, if you get a caution and close them up, we saw Buescher in practice yesterday was fast up the S's, which is why he caught SVG last year.
That's right.
Shane told me, he said, I wasn't going up the S's slow. I just got beaten up there. Buescher then was able to get close to me and kind of forced me into a mistake.
Well, 13 to go.
Things like the Xfinity fastest lap. Who has it? Well, unfortunately, the guy who spun with no brakes on lap 5 in car 5, Kyle Larson, spent a lot of time, nearly 20 laps, I think, in the garage area. Was able to come back out and grab that point for the race's fastest laps. With thanks to Xfinity.
God, I can't believe this race could possibly be over before 4:30 East Coast time. Damn. Again, only one yellow due to an incident.
13 to go, so let's take a walk.
13 to go, so.
Lee, who would have thought this would be the case a year ago? Shane Van Gisbergen looking at a possible 4th straight road course win, and it's rarefied air. The last driver to do that, Chase Elliott, the driver before that to accomplish that goal. Jeff Gordon, who won 6 in a row. SVG is showing what muscle he has in the road courses right now out front cleanly, Kim.
Yeah, Chris Buescher running in the second position, looking to defend that win here from last year. Remember, during pre-race, Buescher told us winning solves everything in terms of getting into the playoffs. He's in position now if anything happens to SVG, but they haven't given away points today. Remember, they were the stage 1 winner, baked 10 points from that, so they kind of split their strategy. Still running, though, in the second position, Dave.
William Byron runs in 3rd now, and this morning I asked his crew chief, Rudy Fugle, what's your
William Byron looking to gain big in the race for the regular season title.
Well, they pitted a lap later than that, so Byron good on fuel and good on speed.
Sitting P3 and his teammate outside the top 20.
Through the ranks now, his road course game very, very good. You see right behind him there, Ryan Blaney in the 12 car. A slow pit stop put them back in the queue, but he's still in the game. But the driver, he wasn't very happy about it.
Dave, remember how we started the day talking?
Tired. Got him. 1040, focus forward. Focus forward, please.
He has focus forward, Marty, and he is right there trying to stay ahead of Bell and Wallace.
Dave, remember how we started the day talking about how Adam Stevens just wanted to build some consistency for Christopher Bell heading into the playoffs. Today is exactly what the doctor ordered. You ride on board with the Toyota on board with Bell. Sitting in 5th right now, and they have told him you are consistently faster than Ryan Blaney right in front of you. We can go get 4th easily, Kim.
Well, Bubba Wallace currently running in the 6th position. He's finished top 10 in the last 3 races. His longest top 10.
How about both 23XI cars? Boa running P6, Reddick running. Tyler has had a nice closer to this day.
A couple laps ago, he said the car was stumbling, so they switched to fuel pump 2. Everything A-OK now for Bubba.
Running P7.
Tyler Reddick runs behind him in the 7th position. Talked with crew chief Billy Scott this morning. He said, man, we have got to find momentum. We had it for a while, then we've lost it recently. Tyler telling me they've been working on their road course program. He was hoping that those work that they have done for the last month would show up today. It has. Currently, again, running in the 7th position, Dave.
Kim, feel free to call this at least partial victory for Daniel Suarez today. When I talked to his crew chief, Matt Swiderski, this morning, I asked, why didn't you even get a 10-lap run in practice? He said, well, we were changing so many things on the car. It was so bad. We just had a lot to do before we got it comfortable for Daniel. But we think it will be good on the long run, which it has been. Suarez running 9th right now, Marty.
Dave, what a day so far for Ryan Preece. Started 17th, and yet they still have earned the 4th most points on the day to this point, and looking at a possible top 10 finish. And I just asked their crew chief, Derek Finley, a moment ago. I said, are you good to the end? Remember, they put it on the very early side of this window. He said, we're good to the end, and we're good for overtime as well. Preece going to gain a lot of points. We'll see if it really moves the cut line, though, Kim.
Austin Dillon running in the 10th position, and he's coming off a top 10 finish at Iowa. That was the team's first top 10 since Texas back in May. And as you look at his road course kind of resume, he only has 2 top 10s in 43 Cup road course starts.
And we're coming to 10 laps to go. A handful of laps to go here at Watkins Glen. SVG looking to try to win his 4th consecutive Cup point race on a road course. Trying to become the first since Chase Elliott to do it.
From Richard Childress Racing. Back to race to the checkered flag.
It's game time. Better team's longest home run of the day back. Your player hits the ball. And track your bets live.
It's just when everybody made their last stops. Everybody made their last stops at different times and cycle the order around. That's why where we are.
Sportsbook where we know how to treat you right.
For all of the above, it's back to school at Target.
I don't think I'd say he was robbed yesterday. I mean, he didn't even have the best car, but Cricket's car, they just contact.
Booking.com has all kinds of stays because a laid-back beach house is right for some, but off-brand for others. Find exactly what you're booking.
Animal.
Booking.com. Booking.com.
Love the Muppets. Jim Henson.
Playing for an ultra?
We're playing for ultras. Racing for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it. Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. I didn't.
With hundreds of sales every week, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
My Wingstop is here. Want to eat delicious wings, sauced and tossed in mango habanero OG hot, plus ranch? Of course, gotta protect the stash. Wingstop is here.
Michelin innovates on the road and far beyond. With airless tires designed for exploring new frontiers. Michelin, motion for life.
From Watkins Glen, we head short track racing next weekend.
Yep, 2 remain, Richmond and Daytona.
For Richmond, it's going to be fantastic. Here on USA, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Prior to that,
You go Saturday night.
Truck Series action on
Been a while since we've had a Saturday night one.
Race on FS1 after the practice sessions, and we have got practice and qualifying here for the Cup Series on True TV. So a big weekend next weekend.
Nemechek's on pit road.
John Hunter Nemechek comes to pit road because of this. What happened? Heading to the back stretch.
Ooh, hang on to it.
The place to lose it. That's at about 140 miles an hour. That is why.
Yeah, he's straight in that thing too. Damn, John. Now that's a save. That's a save. Damn.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but part of me thinks it almost had to be contact to get that far out of line.
Holy shit.
Save. Sure was.
That was going to be a big ride at the really high-speed part of the racetrack.
Meanwhile, back up front and leading to the tune of 6 seconds is Shane Van Gisbergen here aboard the WeatherTech Chevrolet.
Man, Bell up to P3. Got around both Blaney and Byron.
6.5 to go. Even a little bit less than that before this guy can get redemption for what went down last year on that final lap. His teammate
He straightened it.
is running in the top 10, and here's Ross Chastain So, interesting day for the Trackhouse trio.
Well, I think for Ross Chastain, that big win at the 600, exactly what this one car needed. He's locked into the playoffs with that win, with now only a couple races remaining after today. So he has to be looking ahead. I actually think his road course racing is only improving, right? I think having SVG in the car, Ross is very humble about trying to learn from him, and here he is.
He's just, again, he's good. I think where he's good at is, and again, watches here in the.
You said, imagine being me, just an oval track driver, only turned left my whole life.
Actually, it's getting better is what's playing in the background. Oh, Brad's got a tire down. He's going to make pit road.
Oh, boy. Flat left rear. He gets the pit road. The tire stays on the car, so I don't see any debris comes off it. But, man, just doing such a nice job.
The SVG is just really good at taking care of the rear tires. Say get the best out of the car while save the rear tires, and that's why he's able to make the time he is.
Yeah, and he's going to come out well outside the top 30. He won't lose a lap.
Poor Brad.
Lucky enough to get a yellow in the next 2 or 3. This will actually be a good break, but those never seem to happen that way when you get the flat tire forcing you to come to pit road.
Disappointing finish here, but a lot to be proud of. The speed they brought this weekend, Marty.
As Keselowski leaves pit road, let's focus up front on Shane Van Gisbergen. We talked about how he signed a new multi-year contract to stay at Trackhouse Racing. And I spent some time with him this weekend, and I said, why sign a new deal to stay racing in the United States? He said, man, I've been having the time of my life. Even with the tough lessons of the ovals, it's been fun. I really love learning. He said, I was at the point in Australia, and Lee, you know this, where I needed a new challenge in my career. I had done everything.
I'd like to see how he does the Roval.
I just needed something else. So the timing of Justin Mark's call.
But if there's a guy that I think could get to Jeff's mark, it might be him.
But this is the most fun I've had in racing in a long, long time.
Yeah, it's
And I've never seen anybody be able to get the speed out of a car on a road course like he has. Even watching Sonoma when they were on older tires in the car, a couple of cars that were chasing him late in that race, and he was still getting the speed out of it. So, like I said, that's the question mark, is him on the Roval. I mean, he's pretty much shown every other road course, except for Coda.
With the Project 91 part of Trackhouse Racing. That Project 91 has had some
More to go.
world-class drivers come and racing the cars, but it's kind of taken a back seat now with a future, with some restructuring at the team that's taking place, and this guy we know is going to be in this seat for several more years.
Further back in the field, Alex Bowman, we talked about the strategy they have played today to get points. The second most amount of points on the day. But the last few laps have not gone well for this team. They are bleeding spots all the way back to 18th. He was 14th a few laps ago. Really slow pace. I'm not sure what's
I don't think so. Again, you guys are forgetting the points they get through the wins. The bonus points you get for winning. So,
The opposite side of the pylon, you see Briscoe up to 6th, so he's now.
and Bell, look at Bell on the move. Bell might get second here before the end of the race.
Bell, though, has run down Busher.
He's flying.
Bell coming on late. Three to go. Yeah, we're going to be done before 4:30 East Coast time. Damn.
For stage finishes. That one debris caution after we saw a little bit of contact with the 21.
Yeah. One caution due to incident, and that was really, it was the debris yellow after very spawn.
Been so fast. And it helps Busher so much because if you're not to his rear bumper gets to the inner loop, you can't make a pass there.
Right.
And again, even though Bell is faster on lap time, Busher is able to beat him up to the S's. Look right here, Bell on corner entry, makes gain, makes even more gain through the inner loop on exit.
Wow, look at this. Right where Busher made his move on Van Gisbergen a year ago.
Bell, he had his hands full.
But
here's another passing zone. Bush was able to leave that corner with a lot of speed, so that takes away an opportunity for Bell.
2 laps.
Kind of breaks even on corner exit. Again, corner entry speed is better. Exit speed about the same, but not quite close enough to make a move.
That drive to go. That drive that Christopher Bell put in at Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas earlier this year was smooth, was slick. Just the way that he's finishing here. He's 4 laps fresher tires than Buescher. That makes a difference. Buescher's hanging tough.
You saw what Bell did right there.
Points to stay wrong. Again, I think Priest is right on the edge of possibly still being able to do it point-wise with 2 races to go, but pretty much everybody from Busch down would be must-wins. The only way you're going to make it is going to be winning.
In the arrow wash, but he's right here. He comes out of this bus stop very efficient and low. See if he can get this timed a little bit better. Much cleaner time that time through for Buescher. Top of your screen is SVG, clear track ahead.
Well, he'll come to the white flag.
Last thing he wants to see is
Fourth consecutive time on a road course that he's seen it.
Final lap. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank.
Last lap at the Glen.
A mirror full of other cars, and especially Chris Buescher. He sees a 10-second gap back to Chris Buescher. Very different a year on.
SVG at this point now can just stay in his rhythm. He was very vocal in Mexico when they tried to slow him down. He said, man, if I slow down, I start missing my marks. Let me just do what I do, be who I am. And I would encourage it. The team has leaned into it, and he deserves all the praise he's getting because now he's come to a track where I feel the NASCAR Cup Series drivers have the biggest advantage. They have laps. It is not as technical. It is more high speed. It has everything that I thought would help the 88, but here he is, the 88.
Do the bus stop.
Making a move, Jeff.
It's still a good battle for second, side by side, into the inner loop. Nice. Bell by him. SVG obviously dominant on road courses, but keep your eye on him because he is improving on the ovals.
Yeah.
He's becoming
Here we go. Last 2 corners.
speed yet, but competitive speed.
The day started with
The left-hander there. The right-hander here. Guess what? Call him Mr. Fantastic because he's got a 4-peat. SVG, 4 straight on the road courses. Wins at the Glen. 4 in a row on the roadies. Bell's second, Buescher.
Yesterday, Van Gisbergen was in the wall in the Xfinity race. Today,
There is only one event we've had on a Cup. There's only one Cup points event we've had on a roadie this year that he did not win so far. And that was Coda.
as a rookie. Steve, for as long as you've been in the sport, that's special.
Very special. He's showing his dominance on the road courses. I agree with Jeff. His ovals continue to improve. He's doing it with absolute humility. Every time he's asked, all he does is talk about how good his competitors are. He's very likable. And just a world-class talent on display. It's really as simple as that. And this sort of performance should be celebrated.
No rookie in Cup history has ever won 4 races.
Yep. I was just going to say that too. The record was 3. Tony Stewart.
Teammate Ross Chastain was right behind.
Tony Stewart, 99.
Told me this morning he felt a bit beaten up after that big impact
No more.
Xfinity race yesterday. Well, that pain has gone because there's a huge smile under that helmet. And you know what? Really special.
The record is now held by Shane.
Recent years, and he hasn't seen his dad since Christmas. He's homesick, and his dad, Robert, is here today. That makes it even more special.
Absolutely. Sharing success with your family makes it that much sweeter.
All of his rivals, all of his competitors, all of his peers know that he's got work to do on the oval, but they know how special he is here on his domain.
Yep. Shane owns the record now. Most wins for a rookie in the Cup Series. 4.
But we'll just sit back and watch. Right now, though, it's time to celebrate.
It'll be fun. That'll be a fun battle to watch, honestly. There you go. Handshake line while smoking the tires. Four straight wins on any discipline is impressive. But to do it on a road course, that's a mark.
And of course, with every SVG win, there's a rugby ball involved, but the team hugs first. Everybody said this would be where you...
Like I said, there's only one more road event on the schedule. That is the Roval. He could make it 5. Take over the official second all time for most in a row.
The most important hug of all is coming up right after Stephen Doran, his dad Robert. Gonna autograph the rugby ball for the fans in the stands. All right, Watkins, Glen, show him where you want to put this kick. What a day for this race team. Jess coming in as well. And Justin Marks. So does Watkins, Glen, haunt you no more?
Oh man, good to get that one back. Thank you everyone for coming out. What an awesome race. The last stint was a bit, we cleared out, but the battle coming back through.
5th career win.
Thank you to WeatherTech, Trackhouse. Car was just amazing again, and to get another win and finally get that bus stop wall another meter on that last lap. So, but yeah, awesome.
You lost your mom a while back, and your dad was here today. First time you've seen him since Christmas. Is this one a little more personal?
Oh, it's just amazing to have him here. It's been a very tough year for Dad, and yeah, he hasn't been able to travel, so have him here for the next 3 weeks and share this with him. It's amazing.
If I would have told you as we stood in Victory Lane in Chicago that you would be standing here, 4 Cup Series wins on the season, a new contract in hand, would you have believed me?
No, but that's the stuff you dream about, right? I'm just.
Well, he probably kept it private too, Bumble. So I don't blame him if he decided to keep that private. So
I can't believe it. Really enjoyed it. And thanks again, everyone.
You have 20
puts the season he's had in perspective too.
Which is insane to think you would sit right
Again.
now before it gets reseeded as the number 2 seed. What can this team do in the playoffs? That could
I'm telling you, that 22 bonus points could make the difference to him making a round. He could make that next round with 22 bonus points. That's a lot. That's a lot of points.
SVG delivers here at the Glen. Finally, after coming so close last year, Lee.
He very easily could make the round of 2, and the round of 2 having the Roval in it.
That means have a proper go.
That very well could put him in a position if they capitalize on it, you know, to make a nice little run.
Shane's victory and a whole lot more. Look at those playoff points. Talk more about how the race was won. And redemption at the Glen. It's quite amusing to hear him say, I gave that wall, I gave that guardrail an extra meter, an extra few feet, just to ensure there were no last lap hiccups so he could do this and drive to victory lane. There's so much to unpack from this one. It's another SVG victory. Progressive.
I'm going to tell you, I would not be shocked if he makes the round of 8. Wouldn't. Would not all be shocked.
I make some good summer barbecue, but I can't match these two stacks from Firehouse Subs.
Yeah, I think from what I understand, well, Foster's is the equivalent of like Bud Light here. It's like the very lowest quality of that. It's the most common, but I think it's also like the lowest quality.
Pros everywhere you need us, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California, to oil filters for your fleet in Orange County, Florida. It's why we built a nationwide network of parts and exceptional service, all driven by one mission: to keep businesses big, small, and everything in between.
No, correct. Specifically Bud Light. Bud Light is the one that's terrible.
It's mean 3 times.
It tastes like water.
One foot on a trail, and one on this guy. Why settle for glass buttons? This is a real flex. Can your phone do that?
Welcome to the NASCAR America Post-Race Show presented by Progressive. I don't know, DJ, would it have been worth betting the minus 175? Obviously. On SVG? I mean, do you win money when it's minus or not?
Oh, yeah, just whatever, you know. Only if you lose does that one hurt.
My goodness. I mean, you know, every time someone wants to count them out. I mean, I remember going to Sonoma a few weeks ago and everybody was like, that's a track NASCAR driver, a Cup Series drivers? No, there's no way he'll be dominant like that. Coming to Watkins Glen, less technical track. No way he's going to dominate like that. But he delivers every time.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
That's what I'm saying.
asking the question, is he the best road racer in NASCAR racing of all time? I don't know how you can't say that he is not that. I mean, to win, he's not just winning these races by a small margin. You know, the only time that it's a small margin is if you have a late caution, and then he pulls away to whatever he needs to. He does whatever he needs to. Actually, my son Zach sent me a text and said during the race, and he said, is SVG just playing with Blaney, making him think that this is all that he's got and he can do that? I said, yeah, absolutely. I believe you're right, and this is what he does.
He was riding behind him saying, I'm saving my rear tires, just so you know.
That's
So,
good excuse.
yeah, here's how the playoff points shape up. I mean, my goodness.
The fact he's tied with him for wins.
Now 22 playoff points stacked to the bank.
Wow.
It's insane.
It really is, and you know.
Well, 2 races to go, so we will not see 16 different winners this year. Not going to see it this year.
Next guest is very keen on what's happening right at that red line. Chris Buescher gains 12 points today over his teammate Ryan Preece, and we welcome you into the show, Chris. But I tell you what, I mean, the funny part is everyone around the cut line was playing the points game all day long. Bowman, you and your teammate Ryan Preece. So to come out plus 12 probably feels like a pretty good day, I would say.
Yeah, I think you know, I'm really proud of everybody to bring this Field Submarines Mustang back here and have that kind of speed. You know, obviously last year we didn't have to dive into the points side of things.
Richmond and Daytona are all that remain.
We had a really fast race car again. Just you know, definitely took the opportunity to capitalize on some big stage points there early. Still got back up into second there, right, and was making some pretty good headway, but just used it up really hard trying to get by a couple of cars and get to that track position, and fell off pretty hard there at the end.
Hey, Chris, great job once again. I mean, I know that this is kind of an obvious thing to say, that being in 16th is in the worst possible spot that you could be. I mean, you want to be inside of that, but playing these races out, from a driver's standpoint, what is your mindset as you go into this? I know you want to win, and you've got good racetracks yet coming up to you, but is that hard to prepare maybe 2 different ways for these races?
Probably. I'm an avid person against points racing, but I do understand our situation at this time. So, you know, we wait for those stage points there, and like I said, it still put us in a good spot to be in the contention here, and you know, really we'll still be fighting for a win, just not close enough. But yeah, to head into the next 2 weeks, racetracks that we've won at, certainly not the best place to be, but to put some more points on the board, ultimately that just comes from fast race cars. So go the next 2 weeks, be fast, and it should take care of itself.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, the confidence level going to, as you mentioned, Richmond and Daytona, where you've won these races before coming into the playoffs. So what's the confidence level of the next 2 weeks?
A whole lot higher than it was years back. So, man, Richmond and I used to have this really terrible relationship. So this team over here, they started bringing really fast race cars that made me look good there. So it's turned my outlook around on Richmond, and it makes me really enjoy coming there now. And I'm excited for next week. I think we'll head into a Saturday night race under the lights there in Richmond. It's going to be a good one for us. I guarantee it.
Yeah, once again, great job. We're going to let you go. I know it's a long day for you. Look forward to watching you on Saturday night. Kind of your roots. Saturday night short track racing, bud.
That's right. Getting ready to get after it again.
All right, Chris Buescher still above the cut line, gaining a little bit on his teammate Ryan Preece. Christopher Bell, man, what a run at the end of the race. Bell driving up to the second position. Christopher Bell is with Kim.
Christopher Bell comes home in the second position, his best finish since his runner-up in Mexico City. You guys were so good there at the end on the long run. Do you walk away from this race happy?
Happy, yeah. I mean, I'm thrilled because we've been a little.
The NASCAR playoffs return to New Hampshire Motor Speedway September 19th to 21st. This year, it's going to be wicked faster and wicked funner. 3 days of
USA,
concerts and fireworks. Grab your friends or make some new ones. And when the checkered flag drops, one driver takes home.
Just cut off Bell like that?
New England's biggest race week. The NASCAR playoffs, September 19th to 21st.
Hey, damn.
Now at nhms.com.
It's game time with BetMGM's longest home run of the day bet. If your player hits
Let's just cut off Bell. I mean, damn.
track your bets live or combine them into a same game parlay for an even bigger payout. New customers get a welcome offer up to $1,500 paid in bonus bets if you don't win. BetMGM, the sports book where we know how to treat you right.
I got us a cheese board.
Oh, thank you. Huh.
That did look bigger in the store.
You got burrito from last time?
No, but with Ring, I can find it.
Free? Nice. There it is. Wow, this really makes me smart.
Introducing Smart Video Search with Ring. Learn more at ring.com.
Hey! Drop the burritos!
Ford Rush 8 engines for what they do. And yeah, so good showing on a road course for us. I think that program is getting a little bit better, so hard to be too upset about the day.
I was going to say, with the pole, and then Jonathan told me this morning, there's a chance we're going to stack some points today and maybe go off strategy a little bit on folks. So from those two standpoints, are you satisfied?
Yeah, I was looking at the points board, and we scored a lot. So, but yeah, just a good day overall, like a well-executed day, and kept track position all day and was able to win a stage and still run good and had fifth until the last corner. So yeah, overall a strong weekend by this group.
Hard fought afternoon.
It was hard fought. You could hear it in Lady's voice. He was out of breath.
Exhausted, yeah.
And that was for fifth or sixth. And that shows you how competitive it is. But an interesting comment by him. You know, although not winning pace, feel like an improvement on the road course, and that's important moving forward. You've got to make the road course program better. So not exactly what they were hoping for, but also improvement.
Yeah, he scored a lot of points and got a playoff point there by winning that stage, so a big day for him. Christopher Bell, they needed something good.
Yes.
Marty, we've talked about about some people that needed good things to happen, get a little momentum. He was kind of third on the list in my mind, and Christopher Bell went out and did the job. There's just no match for trying to win these races right now. I'm sorry, there's just not that. And it was kind of like Tiger Woods in his day playing in kind of Scotty Scheffler right now. But Christopher Bell can compete on every type of racetrack. He has proven that and I think this was a big day for that team.
Yeah, Adam Stevens' point to me was these are two good tracks for us. We have to take advantage of that and start building something into the playoffs. But at the end of the day, and you heard Christopher Bell talk about it, it was SVG, Shane Van Gisbergen, and they could not touch him here this afternoon. Probably getting frustrating for the rest of the field, but he wins his 4th straight road course here at Watkins Glen.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced.
92% of teachers
4 straight.
families cannot afford any school supplies. Subaru and our retailers are there to help by giving millions of dollars in funding, along with school supplies students need. They call it the Subaru Love Promise, and we're proud to be the largest corporate supporter of AdoptAClassroom.org. It's just one of the reasons Forbes rated Subaru the #1 automotive brand for social impact. Subaru, more than a car company.
With hundreds of sales every week, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
My Wingstop is here. 20 delicious wings, sauced and tossed in mango habanero OG hot, plus ranch. Of course, gotta protect the stash. Wingstop is here.
I wanted a trip I'd never forget. And it was everything. Dishes I've never tasted before. Dinners in private palaces. Flowers everywhere. The air was full of color. Every element perfect.
Rosie Blue Buffalo? I got eyes. Blue has deboned chicken, chicken meal, brown rice, oatmeal. Well, Ives has chicken, brown whole grain corn, brown whole grain sorghum, chicken barbecue. We're switching to blue.
NASCAR America Post Race is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Visit progressive.com. Let's take a look at this week's Progressive Safe Driver. Jeff, you know, I think SVG was very safe as he was pacing himself behind Ron Blaney, and very safe when he was in the lead as well. And really didn't put any doubt in our minds he was going to win today.
You know, I think what probably is the most discouraging for the competition is how do you catch them? And when I say that, you can't test. You can't, there's so many things you can't do. You're such limited in the amount of practice you get at the racetracks today. So how do you take an advantage, an obvious advantage? SVG is clearly better than everybody else on road courses right now. How do you catch him? That's the question. You heard Christopher Bell, he said, hey, I'm good pace against everybody else. I don't know how I was compared to him. That's all they care about, is how can you find pace and where do you compare to this guy? He is changing how you race road courses in this series, but what does that mean? You don't have time to go overseas and learn, you race every week. This series never has a break. That's what I find to be the most compelling and frustrating thing for the competitors is the what is the science, what is the method to find a way to find the speed?
And like, strategy first, too.
Yeah, he is strategy first. Like Michael McDowell said, I can look at his data. I can't do what he's doing. I have no idea how to do what he is doing. William Byron with a strong run, winds up 4th, Dave.
Fun watching William Byron break things down afterwards with Jeff Gordon, one of the best in NASCAR on a road course of all time. So, what'd you tell him? It wasn't first, but it was top 5.
Yeah, it's a good day. We had a really good car yesterday. I thought we had a good car today. We just got a little bit of a and we struck the traffic, so that was a perfect strategy for us to get a 2 stops and get some track position, get some clean air on the nose, and that was really good for us. Just had to run super long on those last set of tires and just became a drift car. At the end, I honestly just could barely load the rear tires, so it was a long last 10 laps, but just trying to keep it straight and tough to drive on the old tires and just kind of really swing around. So got some work to do, but I think overall best road course car we've had this year, thanks to Raptor, Chevrolet, all of our partners, and all the work back at the shop too, because it takes a lot of sim time to get the road course cars good. So got to keep progressing, hopefully be a little better at the road course.
The next 2 aren't road courses, but was this a good setup to get you toward the playoffs? Did you like out what you saw out of the team today?
Yeah. I mean, speed all summer. We haven't slowed down at all, and we just haven't had some things go our way. And the last 2 weeks we've been executing really well. So, yeah, just really good execution when it matters. And we got 12 more weeks, so we got to do that every week from here on out. But good start for sure to kind of get the blueprint.
A win in P4 the last 2 weeks. Good run for the 24.
Last year, Chase Briscoe finished 6th at Watkins Glen. This year, you bested by 1 spot. Your best Watkins Glen finish of 5th. Do you guys feel like you maximized the day?
Yeah, for how it went. You know, that second stage, or I guess it was the final stage, when me and the 88 and the 1 all kind of got shoved into the pack. The 88 was able to have a really good restart. Myself and the 1 kind of just got buried and stuck and cost us a lot of track position. So, yeah, I thought our car was good enough to run second. Just kind of ran out of time there at the end. So, yeah, another really fast first shot to Toyota, which has been a lot of fun. Just need to get a couple spots better. So, yeah, just one of those days, but glad that we had another good run.
As I was listening to the radio, the first part of the race, you really didn't love your car. Then by the final stage and that final stretch, it was the best it had been all day. How much is this team gaining on getting the car right for what you need behind the wheel?
Yeah, I mean, you know, in the past, I've always kind of been like, man, I hope we get it better. But with this team, I know it's going to get better normally after the first pit stop. So, yeah, just James, Kyle, you know, Jake, they all do such an incredible job of just knowing what I need in my race car and doing a really good job of getting it better. So, yeah, it definitely didn't start the race how we thought we would, but we were able to obviously get it really good there at the end. Even told James out, I don't know really what else I needed. So, yeah, proud of the effort once again.
Top 5 finish for this team.
Tell you what, Jeff, a few more laps. I mean, James' small strategy to pit late there really paid off with those fresher tires for Chase Briscoe.
Yeah, it did. They had good speed all day. Not great speed, but really good speed. But I think this team, the summer, has made them a championship contending team. You look at what they're doing. They're building a ton of consistency. They have a lot of speed, his ability to qualify. This team is definitely heading in the right direction.
Yeah, speed every week. And William Byron, talk about somebody that's come alive now. The last 2 weeks, he went from, what, a 7-8 point deficit to Chase Elliott, the regular season title, and now he's got a 42-point lead. My gosh, I mean, he is putting it together, and that's a huge amount of playoff.
42 point. Wow, yeah, that's a big gap. 42 points now.
For those guys to overcome in just 2 races.
That is a lot. You know, Daytona being one of them.
My man won the Daytona 500, though, so you know you can't necessarily count on that.
I'm sitting next to a Daytona 500. How much confidence do you have going to Daytona? You know you can have a good finish.
It's the same nervous energy that
everybody's going to go into Daytona nervous.
By the way, a multi-time Daytona 500.
Yeah, correct.
I don't want to
yes.
take anything away.
But 42 points is a big, big hill for everybody else to climb, and certainly they have done it very well on the 24 team. We'll continue with more post-race from Watkins Glen SVG in victory lane again.
Yeah, you know what? I think that'll do it for me. I'll wrap out of here and head out of here, and I guess find something else to do for the next rest of Sunday.
No fees or minimums on
Yep.
your Capital One checking account.
2 races to go, Richmond next week. And then the regular season finale in Daytona.
Like when you go home or
Guess we'll see what happens over the next 2 weeks, but till then, peace.